Hello, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Todd. If this is your first time here, hit the follow button if you're watching live. What's up, Hunter? Welcome in. Happy Monday, everybody. If you're watching later via YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it greatly. We have 5 amazing member-requested videos for you today. Looking forward to getting into those. But first, we got to go over this. If I had it up and ready. There we go. Like I said, these are all member-requested videos off of toddreacts.com. The tiers you see before you are all the video requesting tiers, so check those out. And, of course, we have the winter collection of merch available for a limited time. We have the accessories in there as well. Ships worldwide. Quality is guaranteed on every single order. Members save 15%. And, of course, as I mentioned before, we do have a YouTube channel. So if you're watching live via Twitch and you had no idea what happened to the VODs, they're on the YouTube channel. Over 14,800 of you have already hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it greatly. Hopefully that tells YouTube, I like this. Show me this more, please. There's over 1,200 videos in the backlog there, so go ahead and check it out. There's a lot. We could just scroll here for hours. But we will not. We will not. We have videos to react to. Cannot wait. And last but certainly not least is the Discord. It's available for free. Join us in there. We have a once-a-month Discord-only stream. So you definitely want to check that out. It's on a Saturday, usually the first Saturday or somewhere around there. Just depends on how my schedule's looking. But usually it's the first-ish Saturday of the month. We got one coming up in June. I haven't scheduled it yet, but I will pretty soon. But join us in there. You can actually join us live. All you have to do is be a member, and that's it. That's it. There's tons of different fandom channels in there for you to talk about your passions and everything. And then we do have some community channels as well to get to know each other. There's over, I think it's 340-something members in there, so go ahead and join us. Friends have been made, all that good stuff. It's a good time. It's definitely a good time. Join us in there, and if you have any questions or anything like that, you can always shoot them my way. It's a good time in there. So join us, please. We think you're going to love it. And let's go over the lineup, shall we? Now that stuff's out of the way. We have the lineup. We're going to start off with Boy Meets World, Sean and Corey specific video. And then after that, we have a 911 cast, the puppy interview. We just did one recently, puppy interview, so that should be fascinating. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure if the last one did. It might have. But then after that, we have heated rivalry, Shane and Ilya. That should be very fascinating. The thumbnail is interesting, and you'll realize why when we get to it. And then after that, we have a BTS music video for the song Swim. Haven't reacted to BTS in quite a while, so this will be a nice refresher. And then we have a beautiful interview Rolling Stone just did with them that we'll go over after that. And then to end the stream, we have Dill's Dream House. Yes, we are continuing the Dan and Phil plays, I guess, of Sims 4. First one was great. We got to meet Dill, the love child of Dan and Phil. It's amazing, amazing character. So I can't wait to see how they create this house. What is it going to be like? The possibilities are endless, really. Possibilities are endless. I'm very excited for that, but let's go ahead and jump into the first one. It is Sean and Corey, I Believe in Us. And then we will jump in. Here we go.
Remember, I'm your friend.
We're friends. I mean, we help each other out.
We help each other out. I mean,
That's what we've always done, Sean.
what we've always done.
That's what we do. People expect this from me. I'm the screw up.
Just need time. I gotta be alone.
I am beginning to see that you are more alone than I ever knew.
I am alone. What does that mean?
And why are you here?
I stepped over the line this time, Corey.
I don't know. I mean, nothing's gonna change between you and me, is it?
What do you want to do, Sean? But yeah, it will. It has to. I don't want to do anything.
I don't want it to.
After you get married, things are gonna be different. And
Oh my gosh. Just seeing how much they've changed in this series is crazy, isn't it? The age up is wild. And what's funny is, like, I was aging up probably not the exact same time, but fairly close. So I didn't even realize I was aging up as I was watching this. But, you know, it's just one of those
And
things.
do you know what I feel now? Pain. And I don't have a lot of friends, you know? What do you want from me? What do you want me to do?
I want you to come back on my side of the line.
What are you so afraid of?
I'm afraid of getting hurt, okay?
You gonna be okay?
What do you believe in?
What do you believe in, Corey?
So you don't think you had a best friend?
No, I guess not.
Are you really my friend? Hey, when I got friends, I can get through anything.
What?
Annoying.
You do.
This is something I gotta face alone.
But no matter what we faced, we always faced it together. Doesn't feel right leaving you here. I can't leave you like this, man.
And I made Sean
You shouldn't be alone. Why don't you come with us?
because I didn't want to be alone.
Don't go. Because you don't deserve that kind of pain. You could get hurt.
I can take care of myself.
And who am I
I don't
really?
want to go back to being the same old Corey
Corey
Matthews.
Matthews. You're okay, Matthews. He always
They are
was.
seriously day ones.
Dad.
Kind of crazy.
There isn't anyone who can make it better. I know you're worried about him.
Corey!
He's really the best friend you could have.
You're always there for me, aren't you?
Hey, Shawnee. Life is right here with these people. With your family. Look, everything's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. You think? I know.
And what about protecting your family?
My family. You're my family.
Shawnee, do you honestly believe there's something the two of us can't do?
Sean, he doesn't want to be my friend anymore. Sean,
Corey, Sean, let me go. Let go.
No!
look, you belong here, then I belong here.
Sometimes people can push you away just when they need you the most.
You must really need me.
I'm here.
Maybe he does.
I knew you would be.
I can't enjoy this because of what it's doing to you.
Because it's killing me.
We've been best friends our whole lives.
Corey and I have been best friends all our lives. We'll be best friends all our lives, no matter where
You two have been best friends for as long as I know you.
The judgment I made a long time ago is that Sean Hunter
Sean's got a good
He's the best friend my kid ever had.
I'm thankful that you're my friend.
What, you mean if we knew better, we wouldn't be friends?
You want to find yourself? Remember your reckless spontaneity.
Yeah. So I'm glad we don't know better.
The greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, me too.
Corey, just get out of my way.
No.
Corey, come on, let me go.
No.
Corey, let me go.
Sean, this is a hug, okay? This is a hug.
What am
Oh, I
I?
remember
Who I
that.
am.
Well, Sean, I know
This
who
is
you
a
are.
hug.
You're Corey. I'm Sean.
You're Sean
You know
Hunter.
what the best thing is about best friends?
You're my friend.
You can always depend on them to know who you are.
What else do you need to know?
What else do you need to know?
And this is when you hug somebody, when you care about them, and then you want them to know that.
I've known Corey all my life, and he really is honest, loyal, and decent. All my life, you've had my back. Just let me take the heat this time. That's what you are, Corey. Two roads diverge no wood. That's all you need to be.
You're coming with us?
I'm going with you, and I choose the one that leads back to your house.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Takes me back. Takes me back. Oh, I used to love that show growing up. I don't think I ever saw like a new one per se. I think it was mostly just reruns, but yeah, that was a constant in the house. Like if it was on, I would just sit there and watch it. Even if it was like halfway done, I'd be like, yeah, there's still probably some good show left in there. But Corey and Sean, day ones. Oh my gosh. Like peak friendship that, you know, I grew up with basically. Yeah, they always had their own issues, you know, because they were very different in a lot of ways. But boy, they had each other's backs through pretty much everything, which is, you can't buy that. You literally cannot buy that. Good friends, bad friends, best of friends. It's just, it's so hard to come by. So hard to come by. You know, a lot of people, mostly their acquaintances, you know, that we would consider friends. It takes a whole lot to be considered a best friend. And that is someone who actually has your back. When things are not going well and they might take a little heat for it, like many of the situations Sean and Corey were in, those are good friends. Those are best friends. It's amazing, you know. I don't know what it is. Is it the internet? Is it social media or something? Some related to it? It seems like a lot more people are fake, or maybe it's just more apparent. Maybe that's it. But it's tough to come by these days, for sure. So if you have a best friend that you grew up with, my gosh, cherish it. Cherish that person completely. Nurture it. Make sure it continues to be there. It is so important. So important. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Also check out their channel. They might have other videos that might interest you, of course. But yeah, very important to have have that best friend. If you start like elementary school and you're in all those grades, friends. I mean, it's difficult. I found it difficult when I moved away. Moving away is difficult because you put that gap between the two of you. So unless you're checking in like constantly or you just have a lot to report, it fades. It fades pretty quick. Pretty quick. I used to have a great friend growing up. We did pretty much everything together. We even trick-or-treated together, celebrate Halloween, all that stuff. I went to a totally opposite side of the country. And, man, just the amount of distance there and the missed moments. It was so awkward to try to reconnect because it was weird because I actually ended up moving back. But it had been so many years, it was like 5 years later, that in those early years of your life, you are growing so fast. Your friends are changing, your interests are changing, who you are as a person. It's kind of crazy, those high school years and whatnot. So literally, by the time I met up with this person again, it was just like, oh my gosh, we're in the same area. Let's hang out. I cannot tell you just how awkward that was, that whole situation. It was like, what do you discuss? Like, there's no frame of reference. Like, it's literally just like starting from scratch. But it's weird because you knew the person beforehand, so it's kind of awkward to try to start from scratch. It was very strange. Very strange. Like, I would have stories from high school, but this person had never been to that school, didn't know any of the people. It was awkward. So bad. I've had the same best friend since I was 5. That is awesome. That is very cool. I'm in my 30s now and our parents got married. Our parents got married when we got out of high school. Whoa. Interesting. Dang. Wow. That's impressive. Cherish that. Cherish it beyond belief. It is a rarity. It's amazing how many childhood friends don't make it past, I don't know, high school, even, university maybe. It's difficult. It is really difficult, especially if you move around. I mean, if you move around, I moved around multiple times. Like, there was no chance for me. But maybe if you move just once, it's not that bad if you just kind of moved across town. But boy, if you moved a lot, that's asking a lot. But, yeah, good for you. That's amazing. Same best friend since 5. That's awesome. Very cool. Let's bring up some information on Corey and Sean. Let's get rid of the Discord so we don't bring that up. All right, Corey and Sean, knowing you, Cor, it changed me for the better. Friendship pairing of Corey and Sean. The relationship was an important element of Boy Meets World. Continues into Girl Meets World. Corey Matthews first met Sean Hunter while on a field trip to the city zoo during kindergarten. When Sean asked Corey to eat lunch with him, Corey refused, saying that the other kids would ridicule Sean for living in a trailer park. A few minutes later, Corey fell into the llama pen, and while everyone else ran away when Topanga called for help, Sean quickly sprung into action. He braved the habitat and brought Corey out. Realizing that his so-called friends have deserted him, Corey agreed to have lunch with Sean, and they started their lifelong friendship with an extended hug, despite Topanga's admonition to stop it, you're boys. Their friendship endured countless educational dilemmas throughout their time attending Jefferson Elementary School, John Adams High School, and Pembroke University, as well as more serious personal crises that occurred due to Sean's rather turbulent family life, that's putting it mildly, tendencies towards troublemaking. Yeah, Sean was a troublemaker, but Corey was always there to kind of reel him back in. When Corey and Topanga's romance fully blossomed into marriage, Sean reluctantly had to admit that he could no longer be Corey's best friend and ceded the position to Topanga. When Corey and Topanga chose to move to New York City, understanding Sean was heartbroken, Topanga unilaterally decreed that he was coming too, much to both Corey and Sean's surprised delight. The three lived in New York City until Sean left the day after Corey and Topanga's daughter, Riley, was born for a career of writing while traveling for a website called Hit the Road. Honestly, that seems like a very Sean Hunter thing to do. Like that motorcycle, open road, writing for some website called Hit the Road. Like that just seems so perfect, doesn't it? Yeah, that's amazing. Truly. Actually, that's kind of the story of how, well, maybe not the llama pen, but it's amazing how many friendships have started while asking somebody to eat lunch with them. That's literally how, when I was new I moved with like 2 months left of 8th grade, which was a really awkward time, but whatever. And the first lunch I was there, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, if you've ever been new to a school, been the new kid, you know just how overstimulating that is. Like, it is just overbearing. You have no idea what's going on. It's like you're shell-shocked. There's so many loud noises, new noises, people that you do not recognize. Like, it is a crazy experience. It's kind of hard to describe. It is very much like you're a fish out of water. Like, you don't know what's going on. It's just all too much. All too much. You don't even want to do anything. You don't pay attention in class because you're like, who are these people around me? Like, it is very strange. And I had that moment at lunch. Like, who do I sit next to? Do I just find like an empty spot and just kind of like go chill there? And I saw this kid. He was sitting by himself eating lunch. And I was like, hey, that's like me. I would be sitting by myself too. So I walked up and I was like, hey, can I eat lunch with you? And sure enough, that's how our friendship started. Literally. It's kind of amazing. It's amazing how life can change just that quickly. But yeah, I guess I kind of relate to the asking to eat lunch with people. Corey is Sean's best man at his wedding to Katie. Love that. Sean calls Corey when Riley and Maya come to visit him, and Corey and Sean do their special handshake from Boy Meets World. That's great that they still do that, by the way. Oh my gosh. Boy Meets World star 45 reveals why one episode almost broke him. The 1999 episode featured Jack and Sean going through Chet's trailer after he passed away. Two brothers have to unpack their father's belongings along with their feelings about his death. According to Strong, the episode was an emotional one because of Sean's relationship with his father. Sean, quote, Sean's emotional story is that his dad is never there for them. But if his dad was actually paying for his college, in Sean's story, I believe that the denial is possible, but his dad was taking care of him then in Sean's mind. Strong admitted that this was a well-written episode for Sean because he was finally expressing something. However, he continued to explain that it was a breaking point for him and his frustration with the character. But I remember during rehearsal, I just lost it. I was like, I feel like I'm saying the same thing every week. He went on to say that he now views the scene differently. It's interesting because now that I look at it, I'm like, actually, my character's finally expressing himself. This is good. Growth, right? But I don't know. Maybe I was just tired of being on the show. At the time, he said that he didn't understand why Sean was getting these more dramatic storylines. I was like, why do they keep throwing drama at me? Now looking at it, this is on the heels of an episode where they killed my father and really put a pressure on us as actors. Pressure on Blake and Matt and me. I can see why he was getting a little tired of the character and that every episode was pretty much the same for him. And it was all kind of bottled up, right? All his traumas and everything with his family and whatnot. So it makes sense that eventually that would explode and he'd finally be able to, express himself and be tasked with being super emotional, right? But I remember those episodes quite fondly because I thought it was some of the most deep, heartfelt scenes of the show. I mean, certainly the monologues with Mr. Feeney and Corey and whoever else was, potentially talking to Mr. Feeney. Those were great. They were very emotional sometimes. But something about watching Sean interact with his father, and I think he interacted with his mother or something like that. Like, it was usually very, heated and interesting. And it was just sad. Super sad. But I think the show handled it well. I don't think the show fumbled it at all. But, those are some of my favorite episodes because it gave depth to this character that was really just kind of goofy with Corey 90% of the time, right? But every once in a while, this show would just kick you right in the feels. Just, ow. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It's kind of like Scrubs in that way. Scrubs, the medical show, was very comedic, right? Super funny, ridiculous, Dr. Cox, Turk, Eagle, and all that stuff. But it would hit you so hard in the feels every once in a while that it would remind you, oh yeah, this is a medical show and bad things happen. It was unbelievable. So I kind of like shows that do that. It is funny, certainly, but it's also we are a serious show sometimes too. Don't forget that. You're going to forget it, and then we're going to hit you real hard. Yeah, it's just kind of beautiful. One of those shows, very beautiful. 29 years ago today, Boy Meets World released a very dark Christmas episode featuring two comedy legends. Easy Street sends Sean and Corey down a dark road. While the holiday season is time to celebrate, it's hard for some because getting presents isn't as simple as waiting for Santa Claus to open up his magical bag. Sean and Corey decide to take matters into their own hands in Easy Street by getting jobs during their break from school. While Sean struggles to find his footing at the dock because it's not as easy as the brochure made it out to be, Corey's living the good life at a local restaurant run by two men, Mr. Fontaine and Mr. Martini. Hilarious. Played by Buddy Hackett and Soupy Sales, respectively. Unlike most food service gigs, all Corey has to do is bring his bosses coffee and do odd jobs for them to make big money. When Sean hears about the arrangement, he goes down to the restaurant to see it for himself. Of course, he has a bit more street knowledge, as Sean does, than his best friend, Corey, who's probably just ignorantly doing this and not thinking anything's weird, which allows him to pick up on the fact that Fontaine and Martini are members of the mob. Takes some convincing to get Corey to come to terms with the fact that he's involved in shady business, but he quits as soon as he puts it all together. But Sean sees an opportunity for himself and accepts Fontaine and Martini's offer to take over Corey's position. His choice proves to be wrong one, of course, and takes Boy Meets World to a pretty scary place. Sean nearly makes the biggest mistake of his life in season 4. Hackett and Sales are famous for their zany personalities. They don't leave those at home when they appear on Boy Meets World. Martini and Fontaine talk about how much they love Sean's work ethic, to the point that the young man skips school to make a few extra bucks. While Corey scolds him, Sean doesn't care because his ultimate goal is to deliver his best friend a nice gift. The two make up when Sean brings over an engraved watch, and they promise to celebrate more the next day. Typical sitcom fashion, Sean doesn't show up, and he has one last job to do for his sketchy superiors. They task Sean with standing by the side of the road and handing a package containing mysterious contents to a car. Corey tracks down his friend and returns the favor by showing him he's about to make a huge mistake, since the item he's holding likely contains drugs. Sean starts to see clearly and decides to head home with Corey instead of seeing through the mission. Since, obviously, they don't appear again, it's fair to assume that they let Sean off the hook. However, it's hard to watch the next couple of episodes without thinking about what they could be capable of if they change their mind. Oh my gosh. The Brendan Fraser episode of Scrubs, oh my gosh. Brutal. Brutal. That one is one that will just derail you. Oh. Why Disney banned 3 episodes of Boy Meets World? What? contains mentions of alcoholism. Interesting. Disney wasn't keen on promoting underage drinking. Huh. Yeah, but isn't the whole point of that, like, it's supposed to be, like, dark in a way of, like, this shouldn't be a good thing? Like, it doesn't, like, promote it. It's not like, oh, hey, guys, Corey's drinking. Sean's doing it, too. You should do it, too. It's like, you see, like, their lives start to crumble. And then they have, like, an intervention. It's not a happy story. Well, at Kimberly Sussman's party, Corey decides to take a swig of liquid courage, excuse me, skipping right to the liquor, to lighten himself up. He then encourages his best friend Sean to join in on the fun. Though the boys have a fun night, things go from bad to worse when Sean starts drinking after every negative event in his life. The next day, he offers a scathing criticism of Mr. Feeney's curriculum, heads home to drown his sorrows in yet another beer. Yet when Sean's brother Jack sees that he's been drinking, he erupts and tells the boy about their father's alcoholism. This, of course, changes everything. Sean makes a good effort to right his wrongs and get some help for a drinking problem. I mean, yeah, that seems like a pretty good message. What? Like, I get wanting to protect kids from, some pretty dark storylines like alcoholism, but that's real. That is a real story. That's kind of weird. Like, why are we now banning it? Doesn't make any sense. Despite tackling a collection of real-life issues, Disney banned this episode for its frequent references to underage drinking. Though the kids would have been around 16, that's still far too young to drink in the US, so it's assumed that Disney was worried that the show's young fans would get the wrong impression. Yeah, but it aired. It aired on national TV. Like, clearly they weren't worried about that then. Because it's not meant to glorify it. It's meant to demonize it, really. Many fans were also disappointed in this episode because it completely ignored the issues surrounding social drinking and peer pressure. Well, it wasn't about that. It wasn't about that. The main focus was alcoholism and how quickly that can grab a hold of you. All it takes is, one drink, and then maybe you're susceptible to it. Maybe you use it to cope, and then all of a sudden that cope starts to run you. Like, it's very real. Many fans, instead of focusing on these problems, the episode arguably took things a step too far and made Sean a sloppy alcoholic after just a few days of trying alcohol. Plus, many people believe that if you can't be with the one you love, undermines the triggers of living with an addicted parent. Something that both Sean and Jack could relate to. Overall, this episode feels as if it had every chance to make a striking point, but failed to hit the mark every time. I don't know if I agree with that. I can't remember the details. I was very young when I saw this. But it sounds like they were trying to tell you the ails of it. Not like, hey, kids, this would be fun. Join us. I don't know. That seems like a weird one to ban. Cast of Boy Meets World also had problems with this episode. In an episode of Pod Meets World, Ryder Strong, who plays Sean, states, okay, maybe this will add some clarification. And for children, you just want to see that drinking is bad, but to try and cram an entire alcoholic journey and sobriety journey into 22 minutes, that does seem fast. That's not ever what it actually is. That's never how it happens in real life. So in a weird way, it's hurting the issue that it's trying to address. Maybe it's too big of an issue to try to address in 22 minutes. That could be true. But I don't think it's weird to discuss alcoholism. Because in a way, that is saying drinking is bad. Like, it's pointed out to Sean that it is bad. And their father suffered from it, which means he might be susceptible to it. And it kind of wakes him up. I don't know. I don't see that as a weird thing. I actually like these little weird slices of life that are a little bit more serious that we get from some of these shows. Yes, it's meant for kids. It's not meant for 5-year-olds. It's meant for, teens, I guess. And these are some things that teens are going to see. Unfortunately, it is what it is, right? So I think it makes more sense to talk about it and show kind of the downfalls of it than to just ignore it and ban it. I don't know. It's just soft. It's soft to me. Like, this literally aired on ABC, which is a U.S. station here, which is a broadcast network. Like, Channel 4 and the BBC. Like, it is broadcast. We saw that episode. I've seen it. Nationwide. It's a little ridiculous to now ban it. I don't know. That's weird. This episode wasn't educational enough for Disney standards. Prom night is a massive aspect of many American shows, and crowding a bunch of rowdy teenagers into one hall can usually only mean one thing. Season 5, episode 22, Promises, Promises. Corey and Sean are keen to lose their, you-know-what, to their respective partners, Topanga and Angela. Boy, this show is really real. Oh my gosh. You know what? I had forgotten just how real this show was. That's crazy. Kudos to the writers for actually having the cojones to actually take it this far. Like, clearly this is a show meant for kids, and it literally dealt with kid things. Not kid, but I mean like teenagers. It meant with teenager things. Like, pretty impressive, actually. Like, this was, I mean, of course you have Skins, you have Euphoria. This show was ahead of its time. Though Angela is keen to wait for a more appropriate time, Topanga books a hotel room, to ensure that they can have some time alone together. As viewers can imagine, nothing goes to plan, and the pair later decide to leave the hotel room and focus more on the joys of prom. Intimacy is a massive topic in any coming-of-age show, so it seems really odd that Disney decided to pull this episode from syndication because of its references to premarital intimacy. In fact, none of the characters actually say the word, instead use a wealth of uncomfortable and sometimes inaccurate innuendos. Well, yeah, you couldn't be saying that stuff on ABC. One of the main reasons that this episode was banned is that it didn't provide any educational discussions surrounding intimacy, which is important when trying to appeal to young people and their families. Because none of the teenagers actually say the word, they also miss out on mentioning other important topics like consent and contraception. Plus, the hotel room mishap and Alan and Amy's pregnancy announcement seemed to dampen Corey's big night, causing the importance of losing your card to be swept under the rug. Audiences also find this episode incredibly unrealistic, even for a lighthearted sitcom. It's a very common trope in American media, mainly because it reflects the desires of many teenagers. Yet a lot of fans believe that Promises, Promises ignores this desire and tends to focus on the negatives of being intimate rather than the very acceptable positives. Thus, this episode often feels like a surreal lecture about everything that could go wrong during a person's first time rather than a joyful celebration of young love. I think it's not surprising that Disney pulled that one. I get it. But also, I don't know. I don't believe in banning stuff that's already aired. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It just does not make sense. Sean and Angela's chat was deemed too risque. When focusing on a group of developing young couples, the topics of intimacy and relationships are bound to come up a few times. Season 6, episode 20, Truth About Honesty, Corey and Topanga make everyone else feel uncomfortable by making a pact to always be completely honest about everyone and everything. During one of their group chats, Topanga asked Sean if he could have intimate relations with any woman, who would it be? To which he quickly responds with Angela. When Angela takes him up on the idea, he admits they can't with just anyone, and he must develop an emotional connection. Wow, that is like really grown-up writing for a kid's show. Oh my gosh. Though Sean and Angela's concerns about casual intimacy are very valid and were probably relatable to a lot of contemporary viewers. See, that's the thing. It's relatable. I don't know who wrote the show, but they must have had like a teenager or something, because these are all like super relatable, very like normal storylines. Disney once again removed the episode due to its themes, intimate themes. Unlike the previous episode, shows the couple kissing and actually discussing intimacy, though the pair don't go into any graphic detail. It's quite refreshing to see young actors discuss their anxieties about intimacy rather than just engaging in order to fit in with the rest of the crowd. Sean and Angela, excuse me. Sean and Angela spend a few seconds discussing their opinions on it. I don't know what's going on. Come on, voice. Before the spotlight is redirected toward Corey and Topanga, so not only does Boy Meets World struggle to discuss topics that are important to its young audience, it also finds it difficult to explore each character's story in any real depth. Boy. We were a bit more brave with our children in the 90s. Like, these stories, yes, they could be, seen as a little too adult for kids, teens. But honestly, it's what you're going through. Like, it's very real. Like, all this stuff is communicated and talked about in school. 100%. In school, out of school, drinking. Yep. So it's kind of weird that, I guess I can't be surprised. Disney's very against any sort of, which is, I'll let it slide. I was going to say something. Disney seems to be somewhat against that. These kind of racier topics and whatnot, but I don't know. I think you're doing the teens a disservice. They're a little more adult than you would like to admit. It's just the way of the world. Way of the world. It was almost like there was two worlds, right? The life of a teenager, an actual life of a teenager, all the stuff we talk about, some do, etc. And then the life that's portrayed to you on television and stuff like that. No language, no cussing, no no drug use, no alcohol, no intimacy. And it's just like, okay, both of these things cannot be true. Like, I get trying to shelter a little bit, but I think Boy Meets World did a pretty good job at exploring some very difficult topics. Very difficult topics. All right, let's move on to something more adorable. This is the 911 cast, the puppy interview. Here we go. You asked, you begged, now here it is. 911 stars Oliver Stark, Ryan Guzman, and Aisha Hines play with puppies.
What makes a meme a meme?
What? Are you 100?
You try bite my face.
Are you
You're gonna be my
100?
emergency contact.
You're the guy, right? 911 fun?
I mean,
That's why Girl Meets World doesn't hit the same. They don't want to discuss anything realistic. Honestly, that was kind of my takeaway when I watched a couple episodes. I was waiting. I was waiting for that Mr. Feeney kind of situation and some really brutal stuff, but it felt different. It felt more Disney than anything, which makes sense. Disney was playing it, right? I think that's the difference between ABC and Disney. Like, that was a very stark difference.
I mean 6'7".
Oh my God. 118, take cover. That sounds like a stripper situation. Yeah, Buck could do with a hug. I'm not Buck, just to be clear.
Hi, I'm Aisha Hines. I'm here with
Ryan Guzman.
and
Oliver Stark.
we're the cast of 911, and we're here today to play with the puppies.
So excited.
I can't wait.
I can't wait, yeah.
Bring me the puppies. You say scared?
I might be.
No, you're
But I'm
not
also very
scared.
excited. I'm
There
very
you go.
excited. I'm so excited. Could you tell how excited I am?
I'm always in the market for a puppy. I have 4 dogs.
What about you, I?
I'm working.
It's still
through
so
some
weird to hear his
therapies,
accent.
But I
It really
do love
is.
puppies. I might be one of those people who might be taking one home.
Bring in the puppies.
Bring the puppies. Bring the
One
puppies.
home for sure. Oh my God.
Who did it?
What's
Hi.
up, pupper? Hi. Oh my God. I'm gonna take one of these home. How are you? Oh.
Yeah, this is gonna be torture.
Oh, kill me with cuteness. Baby. Hi, baby. I'm gonna have to take this one home.
Uh-oh. How do I taste?
Oh, stop it. Don't do it. You're climbing into my heart and I can't take it.
Come on, bud.
Let the disarming begin.
Oh, you try bite my face. You do try bite my face.
Oh, not you trying to chew apart my whale's boners.
It was a short relationship.
That's gonna get.
That's gonna get you sent back to the pound.
Oh man, remember that one scene?
Yeah,
where-
it was really traumatic.
Yeah.
Like it was a really serious subject.
Oh.
It was when Pete was in the hospital.
He was in the hospital
and
for
dying.
something.
Hello.
Not the time.
Maybe let's not
He was dying. And we couldn't stop laughing for some reason.
We were working through that
Oh.
trauma in the most.
Little pickup
Guys were
there.
like 12
Little
takes
spill.
of just straight up laughter. They almost quit on us, to be honest.
They almost
Yeah,
did.
John, they were not best
We
pleased
brought
with
it
us.
back together.
It's also very hard with Kenny Choi trying to be serious. Even when he's doing nothing, he's still playing up the humor.
Also, we like each other, you know, and it's like,
So sue us, we like each other.
oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
No?
But it's like when you do heavier stuff, sometimes it's nice to not live in that. So we were having a good time, and you kept hitting me.
I was hitting you?
Yeah, you kept on saying, be serious.
Oh, to be serious, right? Because I work with the most unserious people on earth.
Guys, there's more than enough love for everybody.
Oh my God, I didn't even know there was one here. Where'd you come from?
You're the guy, right?
This is
You're my guy?
What have you stolen?
Do I admit that?
Right, the show's still going on.
For sure.
Oh, he's got his butt.
Yeah. That's what I'll say on that.
Oh, man.
I might be
I definitely have.
wearing something that I took from.
I steal a lot of socks. Do you guys ever steal the socks at the end of the day?
I have
I tend to keep my
full
jewelry
drawers.
I steal socks, honestly, almost every single day.
on. Yeah, they're always showing up at my car door like tick, 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 tick.
Oh, they don't ask me for them back. Oh, look, we got a poop.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
We want to clean that paw. Oh, and here we go. Oh,
Oh.
and just a trail of
That's a sign of extreme comfort, right?
The reality of
yeah.
What
puppies.
does that mean?
It means he needed
great nutrition. I've actually taken some of your wardrobe that you have not used,
That's hilarious.
and I've used it for press.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm like, oh, he hasn't used this jacket? All right.
Oh, I thought you meant the shirt.
No, not this shirt. He could never fit this shirt.
Oh.
Didn't seem necessary.
Points were made.
Oh, look, he's going as well.
Oh.
They're so comfortable.
Wow, once one goes, they all go, huh?
I think it would be cool to have somebody come and play
Puppy see,
themselves.
puppy do.
You know, we shoot the show. It is set in Los Angeles. We could go onto a movie set and be like, oh, this actor is strung up in the rafters or whatever. We need 911.
I would love to see my sister Sarah Paulson come on over.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so in tune.
Playing herself or playing a different character?
Playing a
You got
different
such a
character.
strong
She's
bite.
so good
You got
at
such a strong
characters. I feel like she would just come in and light up the 911 universe. We always have these great kind of guest stars with these great storylines, and it can be like so wacky and wild, you know, and extreme. And she's one of those people that can handle some real extremes.
And why would it be us?
You guys are so unserious. I don't know if we'd ever get out.
very serious. I don't know what he's talking about.
He'll bring his dogs. I'll bring my med kit.
He said I'd bring my makeup kit.
Bring my med kit.
I'd
I'll
be
bring some
fine
blush.
with any of you guys, honestly.
That is a cop-out answer.
Because I'm trying to think of like who would be the one that could really, really get it done, and it's me. So in that case, we'd be fine. I'd be fine with any of you guys.
So our answer is you.
Yeah.
I mean, duh.
Who's the person
that you would put last on an emergency contact list?
Honorude, Picharoni.
Elijah or Honorude?
Bless him, that feels rude. I said that too quickly, which means I take it back. Who's not good in an emergency? Who else is on the show? I've gone completely blank. Who do we work with? Kenny?
I would say Kenny.
You know what? I'm going to go with Kenny as well. He's not going to get us out, but he's going to keep us laughing while we're in it.
Absolutely. We're going to die happy.
Remember when this used to be a puppy interview?
That's a therapy session.
You're going to be my emergency contact.
These days, I would probably say Bobby's death, right? Like that episode.
They do bring it up with sadness and rage.
Sadness and rage.
Yeah.
Maybe the Begins episodes?
They do bring up the Begins, like,
Recently, I got the Dia de los Muertos one.
Yeah, which was a really beautiful one.
Got a lot of people coming up and saying that they, especially like Latin people, they paid homage to the culture. So it was really, really nice.
Hey.
Oh.
What's going on here?
Got some escapees over there too.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
No, I would love that to happen.
I was just recently on a flight and they had like a double take as I was coming up the aisle and they were like, oh, and I was like, hi.
I had a full-length conversation with the lady who was right in front of me watching the show. And I said, how do you like the show? She turned back, she's like, oh, it's great. And then she started talking to me about the show.
I know.
Still did not understand who I was. And I'm just sitting there like, cool, all right. It was a great conversation.
I get a lot of like, you know, you look like
That's
him
so
from my
funny.
favorite show. And I'm like, I feel
I'm
like
just
I
picturing-
lived on my unhinged days in the first season of
I'm just picturing Eddie like fully on the screen behind, like paused. Oh, I think the show's pretty good. I mean, it covers a lot of heavy topics and whatnot, but it seems pretty amazing. You just see Eddie behind that person's head.
when I was out in the streets.
What?
With
What do you
Eva.
mean? Yeah, wait. Oh.
Eva, I was unhinged. Like Karen was about to be done with me.
Yeah.
I've given Unhinged its run, and now I'm whole and.
I think what
loving
I'm
my
realizing, it's been a while
family
since
and
I've been
doing
around a
the right
puppy,
thing.
is that they
I feel like
chew
Eddie had
on
a similar
everything.
thing. I mean, he's broken down his walls. Now he's finally having a good time and loving life. So we've done the hinge moment. What about you, Ollie?
I would love to do
Like
some Unhinged.
Unhinged. I was about to be like,
I would like Buck to go wild in all senses. But I think he should be reckless on the job again for a little bit. That would be fun. Conflict. Drama.
conflict, drama.
Maybe Eddie in like some combative thing again. I would like to see that, like more of his military stuff. Like 2 steps forward, 4 steps backwards kind of thing.
Not a fan of that story.
Got PTSD over there? Yeah?
What constitutes a meme? What makes a meme a meme?
Are you 100?
Are you 100?
What I mean is like does a GIF count as a meme? Or does it have to be? All right, answer the question then.
The meteorite one is like the biggest one.
Oh, the one that's like.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how many times I got the old like sunglasses thing sent to me.
I think that was an intentionally campy teaser. What the heck is that?
How's that again?
Yeah,
the
that
heck is
teaser
that?
was
And you're like,
crazy. The meteor shower.
118, take cover. That's basically what it
Just
is. though,
whispers,
right? And that's what I mean.
118,
It's
take
intentionally a
cover.
little bit over the top, and I think the issue is that you stop that right now. Is that people thought it was like from the show.
Who it was?
I mean,
Where did they?
it's the promo.
No, that it was clips from. No.
You delivered genius meme fodder. Oh. One more time for one
Embrace it.
Absolutely not.
What the heck was that?
All of the above. No. Kind of dig words of affirmation.
I think I'm a combo girl, but I think acts of service.
Physical touch.
Oh.
Good little head rub.
Oh.
You know? Yeah.
I am today years old.
When you Ryan likes to
Feel love.
Wait, do we have a group chat?
Several group
Oh yeah.
chats.
We got plenty.
Do we have a
what
group
I mean
chat?
is it's like just
That's when you
text
find
threads
out you're
without
left out of the
names in it.
group
I
chat.
don't have a name for it. And it also depends on.
A text thread with our names is a group chat.
Who's the most active?
Me?
Like you would start.
Have we met?
Yeah, we text them.
I feel like it would be honor.
Oliver, what is a meme and what is a group chat?
Yeah, he's a millennial that acts like, what'd you say, Gen Z?
Speaking of memes, do you see that thing of Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence where he was like, oh, I'm Gen Z? And she was like, no, you're not. And he's like, I'm Gen Z. That's honorable.
But if we were to name the group chat, it would be called...
Robert Pattinson is hilarious.
915.
Is what I found out.
That's good.
He also said, nobody's Team Jacob. That was just a marketing thing.
Wildest behind the scenes story.
Are we doing like a puppy fight club?
Maybe when I tissued your car.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I'll
wait.
tell you what, it's the wildest story.
Tissued your car.
Yes. The trauma that we put on Oliver.
I have 4 dogs. I have 4 big dogs. So I was like, let me buy myself a minivan. A vehicle of utility.
Mm-hmm.
It is true that on the list of least sexy cars, this particular brand was number 1. I drive it to work.
Okay.
We go to set for the day.
Coming down.
I come back.
He
at
got a
lunch,
minivan
and
for
they've
his
written on my
dogs.
car
Interesting.
with chalk, and they've stickered it, and there's not an inch of my car that is not covered in like, I'm the best soccer mom, and I didn't take it brilliantly.
They made a reserved parking sign that said soccer mom. And
This is how I feel right now.
had the most massive meltdown.
Down and melt down.
All seasons of this show.
Always
story
feels
is
weird
hyping
hearing him
up the
speak in a
dogs.
British
You
accent.
guys see what they're
Absolutely.
doing? They feed off
It
my
does.
energy.
It's like, oh yeah.
Why is it
Why is it Buck?
You need to change your love language, man.
To me, it's like Christian Bale. Who else? Christian Bale is probably the biggest one. Hugh Jackman, maybe, where they start to talk in interviews and you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Buck has repressed like issues.
What do you mean? You don't have issues. He carries a lot of stuff for people, you know?
That's literally the definition of
That's,
repressed issues.
yeah.
Yeah, Buck could do with a hug.
Here you go.
I'm not Buck, just to be clear.
Yes, you are.
I'm Oliver.
Here you go, buddy.
Here, Blue,
Give me
go
some
hug.
love.
Hug him. Roll to that.
That actually does help. When I first heard about space, I was like, we're doing what?
It did feel a little crazy, like Fast and Furious 12.
Yeah. We thought they were going to be saving someone in space. And it was like, why would you send...
It's almost as if, like, did they run out of ideas?
Yeah, once hearing the story, it was like, oh, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think some of these upcoming episodes, that I'm like, what?
Do you watch the show?
They're getting crazier.
Remember the time we saved all the doggies from the shelter?
Oh, that was a good episode. I liked that episode.
It was a beautiful
That was fun.
episode. It was nice.
And they had those dogs and they're real fire.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, these are my best trained dogs. And they were great. These puppies would be not great in that situation.
Danced for them. That sounds like a stripper situation. No.
But remember when I petitioned you to dance for the TikTok video that we did?
They're always trying to get me to dance.
Specifically because of your step-up expertise. I was trying to do a TikTok thing because, you know, I'm a part of the generation.
She's Gen Z. She's Gen Z. I am. I don't know what I'm talking about. I am.
She's actually Gen Z.
You were like, no, 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 until you were like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she finally got me.
2 seconds in,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, you stepped up to this.
Oh, get out of here.
I'm here all week.
I mean,
You guys got tired out. All that fighting. Come here. I get it. Oh, don't go in there. Nope.
oh,
Nope.
Ravi and Athena.
Oh, I was gonna say Ravi and May. Yeah.
Ah, that's my ear.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense.
What would they be called? Ray. I
Ray.
like Ray.
Let's ship it.
If they weren't brother and sister, I
Ship
would
created.
Whoa. Whoa.
Would you like
Where
to
you
finish
going
that
with this?
sentence?
Maybe we should cut it off right there.
I mean, I could say something else, guys, and we could be done.
Okay.
There's an elephant with these dogs in the room.
spell mum with an O now, much to the annoyance of my family. So not a phrase, but that's a big one. I use Fahrenheit instead of Celsius. Everybody in the room just went, ooh, over that for some reason.
Can you say M-O-M?
Can I say mum?
Oh, no. Clearly not.
Nope.
Learned, we are Gen Z.
Yeah, that's Cat. What? That's Gen Z, right? Cat.
I mean, 6'7".
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
We were talking about that the other day. What is that?
My kid says that all the time, though. And you
Oh,
can't
your kid say it?
Oh my God. He goes 6'7". It's crazy.
Bruh. I don't. Listen, I saw a Labubu magazine.
What if how Oliver is away from the camera and then just like scooches back into the scene?
Look a little
I'm sorry. No, you talk about Labubus.
Oh, someone just farted.
I mean, you guys do it all the time on set.
This is true.
And I hate
This is true, but I would say one of us
Shots
does it more
fired.
than anybody else.
And that person's not here.
And they're not here.
Hot takes.
That's a hot take right there. Look at this guy.
I had one the other day because I was watching that hot takes thing.
You are a hot
and
take
I was like,
king.
what? Am I?
You are.
What does that mean?
I mean, you just have thoughts.
Give us.
You have thoughts.
Okay, you know what? I do actually have a hot take. I don't
You
believe
have thoughts.
actors should get too involved in the fandom of their show. Our job is this, and then the fans' job is to do whatever they want with it. That's my hot take.
My hot take is that's full.
I second that hot take.
911 ending? Why would we even, why? Why are we even
Is that a thing?
thinking about that?
They're like, hey,
I got
not my
mine.
paycheck. Come on now.
That was quick.
I think we'd have to be separated. I don't like the idea of like the story continuing with us knowing like they're all there at the 118. I think for whatever reason, maybe Hen goes off to be captain at this fire station.
I could get with that.
I could die in the last episode. Blaze of Glory, saving Hen and Eddie.
So when we do the reboot, you wouldn't come back?
Twin brother.
I mean, at this point, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Bobby, they got Bobby. Nobody's safe. So maybe the ending episode's just going to be brutal. Like the Red Wedding.
They're like, whoa. Someone's notes are not hitting. Oh, Bluberthal.
Lubethal?
Lubethal?
Maybe you shouldn't take one of these, huh?
Name this guy Forrest.
Forrest?
Forrest, yeah.
I'm gonna call this dog Penny. I don't know why.
Purple. Hey, Mom. Come here, Mom. Come here.
Can you not call it Mom?
Come here, Mom. Yeah. With an O.
Is there any other way?
It was incredibly hard to answer your questions. I couldn't think of anything other than the doggies.
It was delightful.
It's lovely. This one has just swooped in at the end and stolen my heart.
All right, now I'm feeling left out.
I think there's a happy medium. It's always a delight when actors join in on the fun of memes or the way their characters are perceived. Good examples being Josh Keaton, Netflix Voltron, Kevin McKidd from Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, I think it's, I don't think there should be any real division there. I mean, yeah, trying to think of any like negative and I can't come up with one. So, I mean, like, I don't think it's that bad. Like, obviously the writers need to do what they need to do. Maybe they can adapt storylines to kind of, see what's really popular with people and whatnot. But for the most part, if it's a really well thought out script and really well thought out, like, show, I don't think so. I think writers should just kind of stick to what they were going to do, and then we all kind of, enjoy it or suffer.
Mean one.
You can adopt these puppies or puppies like these at Positive Beginnings.
Thank you, BuzzFeed.
Thank you, BuzzFeed.
Make sure to watch 911 Thursdays on ABC.
And stream on Hulu.
BuzzFeed?
BuzzFeed.
Excellent video. Very adorable puppies. It's a good ending shot there. Link down below in YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Also check out, obviously, the BuzzFeed channel. They have other great videos for you to check out. Of course, Let's go ahead and bring up some information on 911. Alrighty, let's see. We kind of went over the individual actors, really, so we'll just kind of breeze through these pretty quick. Aisha Hines is an American television stage and film actress and director. Had the supporting roles in a number of series, including The Shield, Invasion, True Blood, Detroit 187, Under the Dome, and of course, also appeared on Assault on Precinct 13. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember her in that. Interesting. I totally forgot that she was in there. Great movie. Great movie. Ethan Hunt, Lawrence Fishburne. I thought it was pretty interesting. Beginning in 2018, started on 911. Boy, it's been a few years, hasn't it? That's crazy. Yeah, that was 2005. Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, she does die in that movie. It's really brutal. It's really brutal, but it's still good nonetheless. Was in Star Trek Into the Darkness. Interesting. Been in quite a few movies. Obviously, the biggest one here is 911. 2018 to present. Wow. Was just on Celebrity Family Feud. You got Oliver, of course, from London. Best known for Buck, obviously, and writer in AMC's martial arts-based drama Into the Badlands. Interesting. How many seasons did that get? Because I don't remember it. 3 seasons? It's not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, he had to register under the name Oliver Stark as Oliver Jones was not available. Huh. So he decided to use his late grandmother's maiden name, Stark. It's kind of fascinating. We got Ryan, of course. Abilene, Texas. Briefly studied in a Catholic seminary for the priesthood. Interesting. Taekwondo at the age of 7, continued on to earn his black belt by the age of 10. Star Aisha Hines makes directorial debut on 911. This was in March of last year. I like that. I like the fact that they're able to... This usually happens, too. If you have an interest in directing, they usually allow the actors in a story or in a series that's been going for a little bit to kind of try their hand at it. I think that's really cool. Obviously, people, find some passion in that, and maybe they go on to direct other things. Holy Mother of God marks actress Aisha Hines' first project as a director, and it's safe to say she knocked it out of the park. Back half of this 8th season has featured some of the show's strongest episodes thus far, and Hines contributed bringing some shocking revelations to the attention of viewers. And we know her as Henrietta, of course. From taking the reins on rehashing a heavy part of Bobby's past to tackling a buddy, fans' affectionate name for Buck and Eddie's relationship, Bombshell, her directorial debut proves to be a striking one. Very nice. After 8 seasons is the first time we've seen the director's seat given to one of the drama's principal actors. So, all right, they're loosening the reins a little bit. They oversee almost every aspect of the production from beginning to end. Hines has carried out this process with grace and a clear love for the work that's going on behind the scenes. This episode has all the components of a perfect hour of 911. There's an equal balance between the silliness that marks the show's unique and emotional moments that strengthen our connection with the characters and their relationships with one another. Social media, Hines made it clear that she is very grateful to have been given the opportunity. She also made a point to highlight the work of other crew members, both on her Instagram account and the official 911 page. In a way, Hines' addition to the catalog breathes a bit of fresh air into the series while we've had no shortage of excitement in Season 8. Her direction seems to offer a sense of creativity that differs from anything we've seen so far. She handled the storylines of the episode with the awareness of the impact they'd have on the audiences. One aspect that really jumped out as a viewer was some of the performances by the actors. As director, I have no doubt that Hines played a large role in helping them be as compelling as possible. This first is Peter Krause's portrayal of Bobby. The episode is heavy for him. He has a run-in with his estranged mother and brother, forcing him to confront his feelings and some of the resentment he's held towards them. Krause is a veteran TV actor, but the raw emotion he displays in that episode was some of the most powerful work in 911. About halfway through, he delivers a monologue that nearly brought me to tears. Wow. Focuses mainly on him as he speaks, voice starting to break. It's a stunning scene, powerful not only through writing, but through direction. Simplicity of the shot, composition, and the cuts to his mother's reaction truly drive home Bobby's emotion. Honestly, they're all killing it, but personally, I think Aisha Hines, Angela Bassett, and Oliver Stark give some of the best performances in the show. Honestly, from what I've seen, I would probably agree with that. I do like Bobby's character a lot, but I don't know. I'd say the acting's pretty good in there too. But certainly Buck has had some very heavy moments. Angela's had some very, very heavy moments. I don't know if I've seen Aisha's as much, but I'm sure they're there. But yeah, there's been some really interesting, dark, sad, emotionally charged scenes in there that really allowed the actors to kind of shine. Really did. Scenes that feature Buck contain some of this week's most aesthetically pleasing shots. Something quite noticeable in this episode is the focus on the actors' faces, providing a more intimate showcase of their talent as they express certain emotions through the characters. It's almost like she shot it like I don't know for a fact, but it's sounding like it was almost more shot like a soap opera, where you get in tight on the actor's face and you can really kind of see the micro emotions, the eyes, the eyebrows, the furrowing, the corners of the mouth going down, and all that stuff. Like it really plays a part. You have to show the emotion, right? That's the whole thing. If you're not able to show the emotion, you look like a robot up there. Most, if not all of them, had some amazing performances. I would just personally put those three at the top. No disrespect to the other cast. No, absolutely. Very interesting. It'd be kind of interesting to see just how different doing I don't know if I've ever seen this, but it'd be kind of interesting to see like a documentary of like how a show is made, but it just follows the director on like a day-to-day grind. I mean, I've seen the South Park 6 Days to Air, I think it was called, where they followed the process of the making of an episode. But I think it'd be very interesting to see on a procedural like this, like what is that like? How much control do you have to have over everything? Are you making decisions constantly? Are you having other people kind of like guide you through these things, or is it all you? I think that'd be very fascinating to see. 911's Ryan Guzman reveals how he's been playing buddy relationship this season. When was this? May 11th. A couple days ago. Fans have been shipping best friends Eddie and Buck together since season 2. In episode Mother's Boy earlier this season, Buck and Eddie went on the road trip from hell, resulting in the pair getting in a car crash, Buck being kidnapped and Eddie breaking out of a hospital in New Mexico to rescue him and have an emotional and ridiculously romantic reunion, All the while, the locals, including the sheriff investigating Buck's disappearance, continually treated the pair like a spatting married couple. I think Eddie lives in such naivete, and he's oblivious to so much that's kind of the texture of the character. I think if he knew what it looked like that, or played into that, it wouldn't read as well, to be honest. So him having that spat with Buck, not knowing that he looks like the exact married couple that you see on TV, amplifies the scene. Towards the start of the episode, Eddie had a run-in with a local ruffian in a diner when the latter remarks that they, quote, don't see a lot of their kind around here, and Eddie gets ready to throw hands. Eddie has no clue where that's coming from, and he's just so irate at that point that he's looking to throw his anger at somebody. So he goes after the guy, and he just leans into it, and it's still not clicking to him. What's happening? He just wants to hurt somebody. But yeah, I think, again, his naivete is what's allowing all the tension to build. More than a season on, Guzman maintains that Eddie still has no idea that Buck could potentially be interested in him romantically. Quote, you don't know what you don't know at the end of the day. Earlier this year, 911 showrunner Tim said that he thinks, quote, the possibility of Buddy is what's exciting. Guzman recently agreed, explaining how he's been playing his character as far as Buddy is concerned. Quote, if anything, I've leaned more into just playing the truth of where Eddie is. That's his best friend, and he cares about him in a very, very deep way. He went on to explain how he pulls from his own experience with his friends. Quote, I'd do anything and everything I possibly could for them, especially their families, so I think the truth of Eddie at this point in time is leading into the naivete. He continued, quote, if Buck were to present anything else to him other than friendship, I haven't even wrapped my head around how Eddie would understand how to move forward with that, other than being caught off guard, I guess. Quote, it's almost like when something's so close you can't see it. You know? You're just blinded by whatever's going around you. It's right under your nose, but you can't see it. I think that's how it's meant to be played, so yeah, I have no clue what the future holds. Tim is the almighty, and we'll see what happens. There you go. Interesting. Yeah, he's just playing it like his character is just there. Friends with Buck until Buck obviously, does something, right? Or makes it a little more obvious. Because that is very accurate. I don't know if you are that person, maybe you know that person, but there are some people that are completely oblivious to life. I will admit I am very much that way. Yeah, unless it's made very obvious, I can be a little obtuse. Just is what it is. Just is what it is. But, yeah. So I would assume Eddie is very much that kind, where he's just kind of like, what's happening? You what? All right, let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Speaking of Buck and Eddie, Shane and Ilya. This is from Heated Rivalry, Guilty as Sin. This is from season 1. This is through season 1, episode 6, I think. Quote, if it makes believe, why does it feel like a vow will both uphold somehow? Biggest obsession of 2025, Ilya and Shane. Been completely obsessed with them since the book. Being able to see them brought to life on screen with all these iconic moments felt like a dream. I tried 4 different Taylor Swift songs and still couldn't make this work. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Very funny. Hey, sometimes you just got to keep reworking it. Me and my entire friend group have a case of the tism, so we very usually are blunt with how we feel. Yeah. Honestly, with some people out there, probably Eddie, that is better. That is better. Sometimes you really got to paint the picture for people, and I'm including myself in there as well. All right, Shane and Ilya, Guilty as Sin, Heated Rivalry.
Can I ask if you've ever been with another guy?
Drowning in the blue Nile.
Ilya Rosanov?
Shane Hollander. I wanted to introduce myself.
See what the drift. Is everything you dreamed of? Almost.
Was it different as a guy?
Of course. Sorry. No,
Is it better?
What is your room number?
14-2?
It's better.
Well, if I come to 1410 tonight, 9 o'clock.
I might open.
I might not.
So when? Are you looking forward to meeting Shane Hollander?
Mr. Hollander.
What a fucking asshole.
I think I'm going to bed early tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Since our rookie season.
All you do is beat me.
I'll do 2-1.
I win one stupid fucking thing. You couldn't even show your face down there.
How did we let this happen?
Not everything is about you, Hollander. So what is it then?
What the fuck do you want, Rosenau? You haven't answered a text from me in like 6 months.
We are not anything. Go away, Hollander.
You won't even acknowledge I exist unless there's a fucking camera pointed at us and then it's for some fucking clown show.
6 months is kind of crazy. That's a little bit of a distance.
So yeah, what the fuck do you actually want from me?
Come here.
No, you come here.
Why does it feel like a vow? We'll both uphold somehow. What if he's written
It's not just me,
on my upper
right?
thigh?
I should go. You feel it too? Don't you?
Back into the hedge maze.
Fuck, Shane. When we get together, we fuck. Be simple.
Simple.
His name building up
Be simple for me.
Bullshit.
my grave.
She's great, but we're just not. For a rumor, you were compatible. Last time we were together, it was different.
We can be something, Hollander.
They're gonna
We want to be,
crucify me anyway.
if we could.
What if the way you hold me?
How about you tell me everything that's on your mind, but in Russian?
If
I won't understand, but maybe it'll help. I don't think I can keep pretending I don't like you anymore.
They don't know
You're scared of me.
how you've haunted me so stunningly.
Ты так сильно тебя люблю и не знаешь, что с этим делать.
Religiously. What if he's
For the next 2 weeks,
on my
let's just be honest with each other. About what we actually think and maybe how we really feel. That's not what this is.
I'm lonely. I love you.
Maybe you were the first, but not now and not for a long time.
I love you too. Oh my god.
One day we both retire. We could be together. For real.
Is that what you want? To be together. So much.
So much it scares me.
Am I allowed to cry?
I think they picked the right song. That was pretty good. I know they're wavering between 4 different songs, but I think that one was a good one. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Also check out the channel. I'm sure they have other edits that might interest you. Maybe you want to request them for stream. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right. Let's go ahead and bring up some information on Heated Rivalry. Very interesting love story there. You know, there's a lot of issues and trying to hide it and dodging and 6 months of no communication, nothing. Like, it's just like, ooh, That's brutal to go through. Feelings were definitely hurt. No question about it. Jacob Tierney slams racist backlash to Heated Rivalry's Hudson Williams. Yeah, wasn't there a statement or something put out? Canadian actor whose mother is Korean plays main character Shane. His character is also canonically of Asian descent, as his mother is Japanese. Crave's show was an overnight smash hit, thrusting him and his co-stars, Connor, Francois, Robbie, into a very intense spotlight. Majority of fans have nothing but love for the show, of course, and cast. Some formed more toxic parasocial relationships with the stars. Hint, the story on the right there. Hurl abuse at some of the actors. Good grief. Williams has been a target of some of the horrific trolling due to him being half Korean, while his Russian Trinidadian co-star, who plays Ilya's friend, also faced abuse. Speaking about the intense attention, show creator Tierney told Deadline, quote, "We didn't expect all of this attention or reaction from a public that might not exist at all. Quote, we learned a lot as the show aired and since, and there's a lot to think about moving forward in terms of the fandom and all that comes with it, negative and positive." He went on, "We have a non-white lead. I think that's effing important. We can learn a few lessons out of that. You don't need to be making an Asian show to have an Asian lead. Hudson's an effing star, man." Ugh. Some people are just gross. And I think we all know this. Some people are gross. I don't know why people would care very much about this. Heat of Rivalry cast members speak out. Arnaud, who plays hockey star Scott Hunter, is the only out queer member of the cast. Strangely, his bisexuality has seen him on the receiving end of trolling from fans who are apparently huge fans of the show, which is all about queer love. In March, Arnaud and Williams released matching statements on Instagram condemning the vile comments. And this, we've gone over this before, but it's the don't call yourself a fan if you share racist, homophobic, blah, 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 blah. We've gone over this. None of us need your hateful love. We all respect and support and love each other and are on the same side. If you can't accept that, get the F out. Heated Rivalry fans praise Hudson Williams as he takes huge personal step. Taking a huge step with his personal life. Interesting. Went from unknown to megastar. Williams even made his debut at the Met Gala. I saw that. We saw that. With Connor's story also in attendance. However, with all the adoration from fans, he has come into intense and unfair scrutiny. Tierney clapped back at the racism. Hudson Williams has unfollowed everyone on Instagram, as you can see here. 0 following, 4.4 million followers. Even more recently, Williams, who's in a relationship with Caitlin Larson, told fans to stop shipping him with Story, who plays his love interest Ilya. Now Williams has unfollowed everyone, similar to Story. Fans have shared their praise, but also sadness that Williams has taken the step, with some applauding him for wanting to be more private, while others suggested it was down to fans who can't respect boundaries. Quote, "I respect his decision, and you should too. The sad thing is he really did try for months to be down to earth and real. He just wanted to talk with fans and build a community, but people can't respect boundaries and put decency over their selfishness. Now Hudson and the fandom is lost." Multiple people making up lies, fans stalking him in airports and hotels, people forcing him to state his sexuality, shippers not listening to him when he's asked them to stop, fans of his co-star being absolute sick freaks. Yeah, I would do worse. A third joked, quote, "If I was Hudson, I would have been put in jail for homicide, so I think Instagram unfollowing is pretty chill. Pretty chill. Actors don't really get treated as people far too often." Very true. Very true. It's unfortunate. Obviously, as we're very well aware here, especially on this channel, fandoms exist. people that, ship other people, whether they're in real life or not, it happens. There's obviously a boundary there of taking it a little too far. And unfortunately, some people don't know what that boundary is. The internet is very protective in a way where it's a lot easier to say something on a keyboard than it is to somebody's face. Would these people who type some of this heinous stuff actually say it to Hudson's face? Probably not. I think we've seen that over and over again of people that talk a big game and then they show up in real life and then they come off as a fan. Hey, love your work, love your show. And it's just like, wait, what? So it's pretty important that, you just don't cross the line. You don't get too crazy with it. Honestly, I don't blame them. Yeah. Another added quote, protect your peace and the boundaries you set, Hudson. Your real fans will be supporting you and your art no matter what. Indeed. Indeed. Completely agree. There is a weird, there's like a shift, I assume, when he originally had 4,000 followers or 5,000 followers. You can interact with people. It's not too crazy. It's, kind of normal. But if you're on a massive hit show and you now have millions of people following you, it's a totally different ballgame. I think at that point, I would just turn all DMs off for people I don't follow or whatever. Or maybe you have to have a check mark or something. And then you just kind of use it as a PR outreach. You post I said this last time, but it's like Tom Cruise. His Instagram is just publicity posts. This movie's coming out, go see it. This movie's coming out, go see it. Hey, thanks for doing this. Also check out this. It's just one big announcement board, if you will. It stuck. It sucks. It sucks for sure. You really want to be able to lower the veil and connect more with people. But boy, at a certain level, you just kind of protect yourself because there is a lot of what's a nice way to put this? There's a lot of interesting people out there who would love nothing more than to ruin your day for no other reason than it's fun. So you just kind of deal with that. And unfortunately, with the internet and social media, I think few bad apples kind of ruin it for everybody. So it's unfortunate he had to do that, but honestly, I totally get it. Totally get it. But hopefully, with practice and experience of being that famous, he's able to dip a toe back in to the fandom or, social media a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. He a Rivalry showrunner and his music team on scoring intimate scenes, and why including tattoos, all the things she said was an FU to Russia. There's been no shortage of raves, and praise. There we go. Somehow mixed those two words. That was weird. For its premise, its writing, its stars, refreshingly its music, which is effectively a character in the show, and has ignited or reignited the careers of multiple musicians, many of them Canadian. Like the show itself, which explores the taboo, intimate relationship between Canadian hockey player and Russian star, the music is unobvious. The score by Montreal-based singer-songwriter Peter, who has never written for film or television before, moves and accentuates the action and emotion, but is never obtrusive. And the songs featured in the show are equally left of center. Let's see. Jacob Tierney is a big music fan, had a few songs in mind, even wrote Wolf Parade's I'll Believe in Anything into the script. Largely left the work to fellow Canadians Peter and the music supervisor Scotty Taylor. Controversial choice of Russian duo Tattoo's 2002 hit All the Things She Said. That song is featured at length in a pivotal scene that combines its original version and Harrison's 2022 cover. Its original video featured then scandalous and very awkward girl-on-girl kissing by Tattoo's teenage sisters, but has since been disavowed by both of the women involved, adding to the subtext of homophobia in Russia that the show explores in depth. I'll say this, whenever there's any song involved in any of these videos, these streams are almost always blocked in Russia, 100% of the time. I'm assuming if you don't use a VPN and you live in Russia at this point, you don't think I've posted a video in probably 3 years, maybe longer. It's kind of crazy. Pretty much every video gets blocked there and Belarus for some reason. But yeah, very strange. Any song too. It could be anything, any kind of artist, whatever. What was your vision for the show's music? Tierney said, I'd always have music playing when I write, and I was writing the show to Peter's album Either. In particular, I had been a huge fan of his for many years, and Either if any of you know Peter's music, is quite different. It's probably Ether. It's Ether. I don't know why I was saying that wrong. It was so interesting for me to watch somebody who had been basically making a kind of bedroom pop move into electronic music. There's an earnestness to it, a romance to it, a heart on your sleeve quality that I absolutely love. Kind of music did you tell him to write? Nothing specific. It was more like, does this music work for this particular moment? Peter, your role is basically soundtrack the emotions and the action of the film, and the music for the intimate scenes evolves as the show goes on. First, it's kind of craftworkish, but it becomes more tender as their feelings for each other start to grow. Was that something you intended to do? Peter said, yeah, I guess it was. I was having a hard time imagining the music for the intimate scenes. At first, I thought it'd be a lot of action with fast editing, that kind of thing. So I leaned towards techno for those scenes. But I sent demos to Jacob, and it was used by the editors in early cuts. And when I saw it with the up-tempo techno and the intimate scenes, I was like, oh no, I'm ruining everything. So I just started again from scratch, and it was really love-based more than anything. More about two people being together. That's so funny. That's so funny. Just imagine this really slow, intimate scene, and it's just like upbeat techno music. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that would be so crazy. Oh my gosh. Actually, what you're saying about baggage plays into one fairly obvious song choice. Tattoos all of the things she said, which is perfect for the scene where it's used, but has a lot of baggage and a very complicated backstory. Tattoo were two teenage Russian women who kiss in the song's video. It was scandalous at the time, but they don't look like they're enjoying it at all. They sure don't. It's horrible. And they have since made some anti-LGBTQ comments over the years, so why that song, knowing all the baggage? Tierney said, I mean, honestly, I resisted that song because it's so... He pauses. That song came out about very late in the process, and then it was very scary because how the F are we actually going to pay for it? We're still paying for that song spiritually. Laughter, but we wanted Russian music, and I, of course, wanted queer stuff whenever I could. And finally, I was like, well, frankly, there's only one big hit in this department that also works in a nightclub scene, and it's that song. And that song's ownership is shady as F. Who knows who owns it? It's deeply complicated, it's unpleasant in a lot of ways, and it just works so effing well in the scene. I think there was enough of a kind of F you to Russia in it that I was okay with that part of it. Like it or not, this is a big gay song, and I'm going to make it even gayer right now. Laughs. So that was it. Sometimes when you're casting or actors or anything like that, it's an obvious choice, and sometimes you have to run away. You want to run away from it, but then you have to think, Just because it's obvious doesn't mean I should run away. Sometimes it's the right decision. Of course, they disavowed the song. Look at where they live. Yeah, that's very true. There were a lot of things to think about, and ultimately pulled the trigger and decided to do it. But it was not an easy decision. HUDCon Week 2026. I think Shane was a character who, as soon as I read him, sort of made all the sense to me. I felt immediate kinship and sort of ownership over Shane. And I felt I was the only one. I was like, I need to be the only person to tell this story. I want to be the person to be Shane and spend time with him. Favorite interview of his. Nice. Very interesting. That's pretty cool. I didn't know about the music choices. And obviously, goes without saying, some of the fans, I mean, it just is what it is, right? You just kind of accept the fact that some percentage of fans are going to be take it a little too far, take it a little crazy. That just is what it is, especially when it's open to everybody's interpretation and opinion and all that stuff. Like, once it's out there, you can't control what people are going to do with it. That's kind of the crazy part. But hey, you still put it out there because there's people that are genuinely enjoying it, genuinely like the actors and the characters and all that stuff. And you just try to keep that in mind when you're dealing with some of the other stuff. And try to push them to the back of whatever mind space you have. Fandom is a blessing and a curse. It brings out the best and worst. Indeed. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. It's just, every kind of organization, group, idea, whatever, there's just going to be... I just saw a mosquito. There's just going to be issues in everything, frankly. It just is what it is. There's no avoiding it. Obviously, you can make statements about it, try to quell it. But other than that, it's just, it's rough. It's rough. But you try to look at the positives, right? There's a lot of great fandoms. There's a lot of great people in those fandoms, and you just look to those. Don't let the loud minority drown out all those beautiful fans that are just so positive and enjoy it and they love it. Can't do that. Can't do that. Unfortunately, it can seem like it's a bigger number on social media than it actually is. But let's go ahead and jump into the next one. It is BTS Swim music video and live performance. Go ahead and check it out. I have not checked in with BTS in a long time. So this would be very interesting. Here we go.
Swim, swim, water falling off your skin. Swim, swim, I could spend a lifetime watching you. Swim, swim, this is how it all begins. Swim, swim, I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive.
Bad world, gone away, I still wake up in this mad world. Name a place that I can breathe on this mad world. Looking like a goody in this bad world. Bad world, don't know how to act, girl. I'm in the deep, tell me where the hell you at, girl. Oh, you ain't even gotta love me back, girl. You know that I'm never holding back, girl. Yeah.
So easy to make it so hard. Nights like these, I just wanna get lost. Right here with the moon and the stars. I ain't gotta think, but I think, baby, I just swim, swim. Water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you.
begins. Swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. Water so deep, water so deep. Take it off the ground, I ain't never getting cold feet. Yeah, you know me, yeah, you know me. Sitting on the shore, now I'm ready for the whole thing. I can feel the high waves coming. While you run away, you can run it. Salt on my tongue, she's stunning. You're the only place that I wanna be. Yeah, swim, swim. Water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim, swim. This is how it all begins. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. Splash, splash, rip, make waves with my two friends. Splash, rip, I just wanna take it across the line. I'm the hair with the cheese.
I'm getting like imagery of Titanic with her outfit. I don't know. Something about it.
The time, baby, everything can be so sad. Turn my face from the west. I just wanna die, I just wanna die. Swim, swim. Water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim, swim. Let it all begin. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive.
Man, what a good song. Oh my gosh. Super catchy, amazing song. Love the imagery. This is obviously the live performance.
Swim, swim. Water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim. This is how it all begins. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. Bad world, got away just to wake up in this mad world. Name a place that I could breathe in this mad world. Looking like a goody goody in this bad world. Bad world, don't know how to act, girl. I'm in the deep, tell me where the hell you at, girl. Or you ain't even gotta love me back, girl. You know that I never hold it back, girl. Yeah. So easy to make it so hard. Nights like these, I just wanna get lost. Right here with the moon and the sharks. I ain't gotta think, but I think maybe I just swim, swim. Water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim. Yes, I don't begin. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. Water so deep, water so deep. Take it up the kind, I ain't never getting cold feet. Yeah, you know me, yeah, you know me. Sitting on the shore, now I'm ready for the whole thing. I can feel the high waves coming. While you run away, you keep running. Salt on my tongue, she's stunning. You're the only place that I wanna be. Yeah, swim, swim. Water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim. This is how it all begins. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. Splash, splash, drip, drip. I make waves with my two friends. Splash, splash, drip, drip. I just wanna take it across the line. Under here with the chase the time. Baby, everything can be so sad. Turn my face from the line. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. Swim, swim. What a feeling of your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim. Let it all begin. Swim.
What's up, JMN? Welcome in.
I just wanna dive.
You know what I really like about that? It's understated. It's violently understated. It's not too upbeat. It's not too, overproduced. It's just really beautiful. Really beautiful. Gosh, that's an easy listening. That is easy to listen to. It's not too crazy. I've been in the Army for almost 10 years now, so I was excited about their comeback. Love their reacting to it. Well, thanks for being here. It's been a while. It has been a while since I've reacted to anything BTS, and that was just a good reminder of how talented they are. They have not lost a step. That is for sure. Good grief. That was lovely. Very, very lovely. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw out some much-deserved love. I gotta say, I think I enjoy the music video more than the live performance, but the live performance really just tells you how good they are, period. Like, if you can sing live and you can do that beautifully with all that amount of people there, like, that is impressive. But the music video was stunning. Stunning. Like, it just kind of went beautifully with it. I don't know. It's one of the best music videos I've seen in a minute, other than IU's video that we reacted to, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Besides the youngest, who's 29 this year. All of them are in their 30s now. Can still do the whole singing live and choreography thing. They're so talented, yeah. They look a little older than the first. I think I reacted to one of their first music videos. Babies. Babies. They're a little older now, They've been around, they've done the military thing. I don't know. I think I was gonna say I think they're here to stay, which yeah. Yeah, they are. Newsflash, breaking news. They're amazing. 30's not that old. It is for young people, it is. It's just a sad reality. BTS back on top. This is a big interview story that Rolling Stone did. Comeback is the biggest music event of 2026, and for its May issue, Rolling Stone is commemorating it with its most ambitious cover drop ever. 8 different covers in all, each featuring an in-depth cover story along with a Q&A with each member. And gorgeous photography plus video versions of all the interviews. Nice. Very nice. I am not surprised. I am not surprised they're selling all 8 in a collection. That is not surprising. Solo cover stories. We got RM. I try to express the universal things. We got Jin. My biggest dream has been to go on tour with BTS. Suga. I'm a good fit for this job. J-Hope. This is why there are 7 of us. Jimin. I wasn't afraid to ask questions. And V. I gave my all to create this album. Jungkook. I'm just a carefree and open person. All right, so how do we get into these? How do I get into this? Oh, I clicked the individuals' names. Okay. All right, so we'll start at the top. Why not? Start with RM. RM on the meaning of life and more. I try to express universal things. Leader goes deep on figuring out his band's identity, the music he loves, and fighting demons. Never apologize for being a geek. Indeed. From the beginning, BTS was never quite like other idol groups in South Korea, and their leader was a big reason.
RM on the meaning of life and more. I try to express universal things, whose only rebellion was going to the street and rapping when he signed on to Big Hit Music, which eventually built BTS around him. His underground roots and alt-leaning instincts are most fully realized on his solo albums, Indigo and Right Place.
Honestly, that's probably the best sounding AI voice I've ever heard read the articles. Usually it's brutal and it's like a machine. That's actually not too bad and will frankly save my voice a little bit.
Wrong person, but he also pulls his group's music in edgier directions. His favorite Wrong track is Faya, partly because it brought in JPEG Mafia as a co-writer, with producers including Diplo and Flume. In Conversation, RM holds nothing back, in part because he's thinking of posterity. I think this magazine and this interview with you is just another record, he says, sitting in Hybe's Seoul, South Korea headquarters in mid-February, so I could look back to it when I'm, like, 50. To read our group cover story on BTS, click here. You're a walking contradiction because your tastes are alternative, and yet you're the leader of the biggest band in the world, making great pop music for the masses. I think that contradiction is my crisis, but at the same time, those two sides, they are in myself. I listen to pop music. I love it. I always track the charts. Sometimes when I don't want to use my brain too much, I just find the top 50 global and just listen to it. But sometimes I feel like, man, this is not enough. I have to dig more.
Amen.
It's so interesting to listen to your solo albums. It feels like the kind of music you might have made had there never been a BTS. It's interesting to me that you could even get to that place as an artist mentally. When everybody is saying yes, I really want to say no. When I've been doing BTS, I loved it, but I really did hate something, of course. And I just couldn't deny all those feelings. But I think I knew what to show to the people or what to just hide and just make it into an album. When I came back as a solo, I was thinking of, man, I gotta do this. I gotta say it, because if it's 7 members, I have to do my role. I have to sometimes be nice because lots of kids are watching us, but I started music on the streets, and by rapping. And I just can't resist that. Sometimes I feel like I just want to do this shit. So when it comes to solo projects, I could express maybe without thinking of economic things. Rolling Stone's May issue features the most ambitious cover story package in the magazine's nearly 60-year history, 8 different print covers in all.
That's kind of interesting. Like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. If you're doing the solo project, you can literally just, put your own spin on it because you're not representing other people. Certainly you're representing the label, but you're not representing all other members of BTS. So it kind of makes sense why you would say that and kind of do that. And I love the fact that they're allowed the freedom to do that. It's amazing. Namjoon is such a great leader. So much responsibility falls to the leader of a K-pop group. Indeed, with little to no benefit for the work. He's the only one fluent in English, too, so many overseas promotions fall to his shoulders. Jeez. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of pressure. It's an AI voice from the horror stories with rain or campfire crackling in the background I used to sleep to. That's funny. All right, let's check out Jin for a little bit. My biggest dream has been to go on tour with BTS. Powerhouse singer talks about his rock-influenced solo work, loving Coldplay, and what really matters to him.
Jin, my biggest dream has been to go on tour with B-influenced solo work, loving Coldplay, and what really matters to him. Among the things that Jin, born Kim Sukjin, loves the most in this world are the music of Coldplay, his certified worldwide handsome status, and, perhaps most of all, being a member of BTS.
He's the oldest
member. Even in a remarkably
really
fan-centered group, his attentiveness to the feelings of ARMY is intense. He saw his solo EPs and shows primarily as a way to keep fans entertained during the group's break, and he pushed to extend BTS tour. He's also the group's designated rocker, even collaborating with Coldplay, though he hasn't had time to see as many bands as he'd like. I haven't actually been to many concerts, he says, in a February interview at Hybe's headquarters in Seoul, Korea. Even though I've done so many. I really love your solo song Loser. I collaborated with a Korean artist called Choi Yena for that one. So, I'm 35, in the traditional Korean age system, 33 by international count, now. But for that song, I was trying to create a younger vibe. I'm so glad to hear you liked it. I tend to like rock-adjacent genres, and I've always wanted to include that sound in a solo album. So I made more requests than usual. In the early stages, the song didn't sound as intense, so I asked for things like, what if we amplified the shouting? What if we changed the sound? I made a lot of adjustments. Rolling Stone's May issue features the most ambitious cover story package in the magazine's nearly 60-year history, 8 different print covers in all. In addition to the group cover and story, we're rolling out the 7 solo covers,
Of course they
each
are.
with a video and solo Q&A, through Monday, April 20th.
I missed my own request.
Click
What's
here
up,
for
Willow?
continuing coverage, and click here to
Look forward
buy a
seeing
box
if
set
you
of all
like
8
swim
covers.
when you upload the
Rolling
pod.
Stone's
Indeed.
May issue features the most
I'll try to get
ambitious
this
cover
up
story package
ASAP.
in the magazine's nearly 60-year history, 8 different print covers in all. In addition to the group cover and story, we're rolling out the 7 solo
Are they just
covers,
rereading
each
that?
with a
Come on now.
video and solo Q&A, being 35, and being an idol, for continuing coverage, and click here to buy a box set of all 8 covers. How do you feel about being 35, and being an idol? You look very young, you feel good, but how do you reconcile that in your mind? I guess it's always physically taxing. While it's true that the same moves can feel a bit more difficult now, that's just my burden to bear. For audiences, I need to display myself at top form. So I've got to work harder. To be honest, I'm aware that I don't move quite as well as the other members. So I've always come early to practice, or stayed late to catch
Interesting.
up. I still do that. But, still handsome.
Okay,
I gotta
interviewer.
say.
Okay,
yeah,
interviewer.
I guess I got lucky. I do think I'm more good looking than the other members. Even though everyone is very handsome. I should have at least one thing I'm best at in the group, smiles. Your solo tour had rock energy and a new approach. It was very different from what you do with BTS. How did
That's so funny. That interviewer, I see what you're doing. We see it. That was not sneaky. All right, Suga's next.
Suga, I'm a good fit for this job. The BTS rapper and producer on helping to shape the sound of Arirang, his love for hip-hop, and the future of BTS. The story goes that Suga, born Min Yoongi, got his nickname from the phrase shooting guard, but he prefers to focus on another, more apropos meaning. It's a nickname you sometimes give to athletes that have great technique, he says, pointing to Sugar Ray Leonard and the UFC fighter Sugar Sean O'Malley. As a rapper, Suga has a seemingly infinite arsenal of up-to-the-minute flows, paying close attention to the evolution of US hip-hop. He started out as a producer, too, in his hometown of Daegu, and never stopped making beats. He self-produced much of his 2023 album, D-Day, and produced the Arirang bonus track Come Over. In the studio, he listens more than he talks, and steps up to mediate disagreements between other
Album name
members.
was the name of
In
the
our
boat.
interview, conducted in February at Hybe headquarters in Seoul, South Korea, he calls his work in BTS this job, but makes it clear that he loves his work. In 2023, you completed a trilogy of releases under the name August D, your alter ego. Did that give you a sense of completion, and that you were ready to move on, both in life and as an artist? Yeah, and I went to the military right after that. So I did feel quite resolved after finishing the trilogy. I felt like August D was wrapped up. After that final album, I don't have any negative feelings left in my body. You said that you always had anger in you. Where does that come from? When I was younger, I guess I had a bit of an inferiority complex. As well as some frustration with society in general, of course. I think it was some combination of those things. Rolling Stone's May issue features the most ambitious cover story.
Interesting. I had no idea he had that alter ego or alter performer name. It's very interesting. Kind of cool. Again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's amazing the fact that, well, it shouldn't be amazing. The fact that you allow artists to be part of a group and also go and do other things. You know, they have other interests. Maybe they want to try out a sound, whatever. I think it's really fascinating that they have that freedom to do that. And I don't know. I don't know if a lot of, U.S. record labels allow bands to do that. And I said this before, like how many bands would still be together if they had the ability to go tour for like a year on a solo project and then come back to the band? Like probably a lot. Probably a lot. Jin had never danced previously before he was chosen for BTS, so he had to learn from scratch. Wow. So crazy being in the same group as members like Jimin and J-Hope, who had been dancing most of their lives. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. He made a lot of songs about his mental health and criticisms of society that might have been difficult to do under the group name. Yeah, the problem with the group name, obviously, is the fact that you have to market it to as many people as humanly possible. So you really try to sanitize as much as you can. That's cool that he was able to do that and like get that out. Just in a different means. Of course, we got J-Hope here. This is why there's 7 of us. Goes deep on living up to his stage name, making orang, writing about romance, and more. J-Hope is softly spoken and kind of elegant, says one of his airing collaborators, songwriter James Essen. And then when he raps, it's like DMX just comes in. It's like, what the hell? You never see it coming. As he made clear on his sonically diverse but relentlessly hard-hitting solo album, 2022's Jack in the Box, which followed his 2018 mixtape Hope World. Never runs out of surprises. Smiley public persona is just one side of his reality. He came to big hit, later Hybe, as a street dancer and only learned to rap after joining BTS. He's quick to fill silences in group interviews, always aware when a room needs energy or his friends need help. I can do what I can for the other members, he says in an interview. How does it feel to be back in the reunited group? J-Hope said, so after finishing my military service, I performed as a solo artist for a time before reuniting with the group. And during that time, I was already feeling how different those experiences were. Now that we're back together, the other members are filling in any gaps that I feel in my expression, in my performance. In a lot of ways, I realized that this is why there are 7 of us. Each person was doing their job spectacularly well, and that was something to cherish. But my favorite part is that the fans will be happy that we're back together. I'm so happy about that as well. That's very cool. In 2022 solo album, you used the metaphor being inside a box. Do you still feel like you're in some kind of box? And if so, what kind? I think that was a perfect metaphor for the time, but now that I've made more of my own music, challenged myself, felt more overall, I wouldn't say that I'm in a box anymore. Now I'm wondering, what can I create now that I'm outside the box? Although actually the origin story for my music comes from Pandora's box. In the story, all evil is released when she opens the box, but when she closes it, there's still hope left inside. So what does hope have to face when it leaves the box? When I think about it, there must be so many other presences that I need to find and incorporate into my music because there are so many emotions in life, right? Whether it's joy or love or even something more negative. Nowadays, I'm more interested in facing those emotions head on and expressing them through music. Wow, beautiful words. Good grief. It's always nice to see when an idol has a bit of freedom in their career. Absolutely. Totally. No, genuinely, one of my biggest griefs with the K-pop idol industry is how micromanaged the idols are and how little agency they have over their own private life a lot of the time. It feels like the entire industry of Britney Spears situations. Yeah, that's brutal. That's a little brutal. I like the creative freedom, but maybe the life freedom gets a little trampled on a little bit. Keep in mind the BTS lived under the same roof for nearly 10 years. Yeah, that would be... It'd be cool, and obviously as a fan, amazing. Endlessly amazing. You could just get content and lives and everything, just always, right? But put yourself in that situation. You know, you're coming into your own, you're becoming an adult, if not already, and you're forced into the situation where, you know, at that time in your life, I'm sure you're probably like a lot of people where you're just like, hey, I want my freedom. I want my own place. I'm sure at the beginning it was all fun and games and super awesome and whatnot. It's like one big sleepover. But eventually I think that would start to wear on you. Just human wise. You know, just constantly being surrounded by people. Like, I think that would absolutely grind on me. Like, no doubt about it. Imagine being a 20-year-old living with a 15-year-old junior. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would not be fun. It could be fun sometimes, but for the most part, my gosh, at that age, if you are that age, I mean, don't you just want to get out and do your own thing? I know for me, that was definitely a thing. when I graduated university, which was fun. I had roommates, which was not as fun. I mean, okay, I'll take that back. It was fun having roommates, but every once in a while I would get that feeling of like, ugh, do I have to see people today? You know, you just want a day. You just want a couple hours of like alone time or something. And then I immediately went back home with my parents and then tried to get a job. So it was just roommate to roommate kind of situation for the longest time. But when I eventually moved out on my own, it was beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful. So if you're currently waiting for that situation to happen, you're going to love it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Luckily, Jungkook is shy and not a nuisance, but when you're 20, a 15-year-old is a baby for real. 100%. 100%. And then when you get to 30, both a 20 and 15-year-old, they're just babies. They're just babies. The older you get, the more people become babies. Jimin.
Jimin on solo stardom and gaining confidence. I wasn't afraid to ask questions. The BTS vocalist on his enormous solo success, his unique singing style, writing They Don't Know About Us, and much more. Ask all of BTS which member can hit the highest notes, and they'll point to one man, Park Jimin. Jimin's range is vastly
Inspo
superior,
my username.
says
Indeed.
D, but Jimin himself isn't yet satisfied with his voice, or any other aspect of his artistry. He was the final member to join BTS, with a background in modern dance, not singing. I feel that I wasn't fully ready and confident when we debuted, he told Rolling Stone in 2021. Despite a long list of indelible studio moments with his band and in his history making solo work, his 2023 single Like Crazy made him the first Korean solo artist to top the Hot 100. He still acts like he somehow needs to catch up. I'm not sure if I'd call.
Can I just say how impressive? This is a duh moment, but can I just say how impressive it is that a lot of these members did not sing or rap before joining the group, and now they're like phenomenal at it? That's crazy. Like, that must be the greatest idol training known to man. That's really impressive. Only roommate I ever had was my best friend. At one point I wanted to strangle them. Yeah, that happens. You kind of go through all the emotions when you live with somebody. It's kind of crazy.
Call myself a perfectionist, says Jimin, in a February interview conducted in Hybe's Seoul, South Korea headquarters. Everyone has the desire to do well, and I have that as well. So, to let go of that desire feels to me like wanting to quit altogether. So I don't know if I'll be able to let go. How are you feeling right now, a month before Ararong comes out? Very nervous. I'm super nervous. We're getting close to release, and it's been so long. The whole time, I've been feeling excited, but also scared. I really want to do a good job. You turned out to be a big solo hitmaker. I don't know if you expected your solo career to become so big, and so quickly. Oh, I didn't expect it at all. I'm truly so thankful for the response. But through that process, I learned that I still have a long way to go, and I plan to continue working hard to improve in the future. Rolling Stone's May issue features the most ambitious cover story package in the magazine's nearly 60-year history. 8 different print covers.
All right. I'll take it from here. Okay, I'll bite on that. What do you want to improve when you've already had these big singles right out of the box? First off, I want to improve my singing. I'd like to learn, practice more, grow from there. Beyond that, I also want to write better. I want to make good albums with a good concept, and I think that's it. My job is to write good songs and sing them well, after all. Do you think you're too hard on yourself? That's a great follow-up question. Not really. Now I'm just having a great time with life. It's a joy to practice with the BTS members. We're having so much fun in rehearsal. Can't wait to get on that stage. In the military, you won all sorts of awards. Why do you think you were such a good military member? I don't know how you heard about the awards and stuff, but in the beginning, well, everyone in the military knows that we're celebrities, right? So I worked hard so that I could make a good impression, but later on, I just worked hard to get more vacation days. That is so real. That is such a real answer right there. That's so funny. Oh, Jimin's a real one for that one. All right, V. Always been one of the members that's hardest on himself, but he's definitely come a long way. Nice. A few years ago, he was really struggling with it, but I think he's truly in a great place now. That's good. BTS is such a rare case. Every one of them had to learn at least one major skill. Yeah, that is unbelievable. Kind of wild. Like, you know, for the most part, when you think of a great dancer, do you think of a great singer as well? Just in general? Probably not. It's very rare that people are very good at multiple talents. Sometimes it can be the case, of course, but on the average, it's extremely difficult to be good at multiple things. So it's a testament to just how much they worked, testament to natural ability. Obviously, the idol camps are quite amazing. I almost want to go through one just to see what it's like, but part of me is like, you wouldn't do well. You wouldn't do well. Don't do it. Don't tempt it. V, I gave my all to create this album. The BTS vocalist talks about future solo work, being the strongest member of BTS, managing group egos, and more. Spent much of his childhood with his grandmother in a small town in southern Korea. I'm not going to butcher names. He came away with a taste for older music, from Chet Baker to Frank Sinatra to Elvis Presley, and a broody, smoldering vibe that stands out amongst his bandmates. He seems quietly confident about it all, with the exception of his inability to hit the kind of high notes that came so naturally to the likes of Jimin. Quote, I'm on the lower end, he says, but I've learned a lot. I've gotten better since learning from our past albums, but it will always be a challenge for me. How did you feel in 2022 when it became a clear break was coming? This is all you've known for so long. He said, well, while we were in the military, we can't perform even if we want to. So I did really yearn to perform. I wanted to release an album. I wanted to sing and dance. I definitely felt that desire. Let's call it desire. But since we were needed by our country, we had to do the best with our situation at the time. So I tried very hard to forget about V of BTS for a while, so I could just concentrate on living my life as Kim. Yeah, I mean, when you're in the military, there's no time for V. There's no time. You are who you are, right? It's so funny because as an adult, he's definitely the quiet, mysterious one, but in the early years, he was the loudest one. That's funny. You said that after discharge, you rebuilt and reset your mind and body. What does that mean to you? That idea was so important to me. I knew that my time in the military was going to be quite long, so I thought very hard about how to spend it well and not waste it. First off, I considered my values and my health, tried to organize and give a lot of thought to my inner world, looking back at myself and contemplating the kind of person I ultimately want to become. So for that year and a half, I worked out a whole lot. I read a lot, listened to a lot of music, and I think that gave me the opportunity to rebuild my body and mind. Nice. That's a good way to, honestly, you know what's funny? That's kind of the mentality people have with prison, jail. If you really go into it and you're like, I don't want to waste this time, I'm getting this time off, I'm going to make the most of it, right? People get degrees, people start working out, whatever. It's very similar, hilariously enough. You know, you've been given this quote unquote freedom of time, not of space, but of time. So you're just like, all right, I'm just going to work on myself. Jungkook on solo stardom and writing for BTS. I'm just a carefree and open person. Solo hit making, working on airing, personal songwriting, army critiques, and more.
Jungkook on solo out who he is. I'm still forming my sense of self, he says. It's hard to blame him. He's been in BTS since he was 15, which means he's spent nearly half his life as a global pop star, growing up inside the group. He acknowledges that his uncannily smooth tenor has strengthened, but he's still gaining confidence in his writing skills, though he stepped up more as a songwriter on Ararong than he did on his own solo album. In a way, he was the first BTS fan, choosing the then tiny big hit music over many other offers because RM was really, really cool and awesome, and Jungkook still seems awestruck at all they've accomplished together so far. What did it mean to you to establish yourself as this solo pop star, which you did in a huge way. Honestly, I can't really think of myself as a pop star just yet. But I'm very grateful that I get asked about it that way, and that fans think of me that way. So I want to keep doing better, so that I can feel like a star for myself. Someday. What would it take for you to feel that way? So, I actually know exactly what I need. I need to get better at English, at least to the point where I can make small talk or chat casually. I think that would be a breakthrough. But English is so hard. Duolingo. From Duolingo to Malhibaka, I think I've tried every single English learning app out there. But the most important thing is to stick with it. Rolling Stones may issue features the most ambitious cover story package in the magazine.
As an English speaker, you don't realize just how difficult English is. Like, there is a lot of weird slang and words, and words will be spelled the same, but they're said differently, like read and read. Like, it's kind of crazy. Jungkook's first words he ever said to RM, wow, thighs. Koreans actually write their first name and surname in the opposite way we do. Okay. Good to know. Kim's actually his last name. Oh, gotcha. You have so many weird vowel sounds. Why is an A not pronounced the same way? Exactly. Exactly. It is very strange. English is so difficult. Just as somebody on the inside looking out, I've seen quite a few people struggle with it, and I'm like, yeah, why is it so weird? Everyone says that, even if you don't necessarily feel comfortable speaking English, your pronunciation in singing is very, very good. I'm glad there's that at least. Do you do it just syllable by syllable, or is your ear good for that? He says, yeah, I think my ear is good for that kind of thing, but at the end of the day, it's not Korean. It's a foreign language to me, and I don't want native speakers to hear me speak their language and find it uncomfortable or dislike it in any way, so I personally worked very hard on it. That is so difficult. That is so unbelievably difficult to make that work. Really. I mean, singing, talking, chatting, whatever in your native language, hard enough. Then try adding the layer of doing an entirely different language. Oh my gosh. If you're even attempting that, you should be proud of yourself. Like, that is incredible to be able to not only speak another language, but to be able to sing it well. It's pretty amazing. So while they spent more than half of his life in BTS, isn't it? 15. That's great. Could you imagine signing up for a career at 15? I couldn't. I couldn't. Public has watched him completely transform. Very true. Very true. I brought that up earlier with the Boy Meets World guys. Like, they aged up throughout that entire show. Kind of crazy. We saw them as kids. We saw them as teens. We saw them as university students. We saw them as adults in Girl Meets World. English is very hard for Koreans to learn, and Korean is very difficult for English speakers to learn as well. Top 3 most difficult language to learn for English speakers and vice versa. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Maybe there's enough rules that are kind of different where it makes it difficult. Yeah, no, I don't know. I saw a video of a bunch of English words, and the guy was going over how they're pronounced, and literally it was like, this word is said this way. So what is this word? And he's like, oh, so if that one is that way, it should be this way. And he goes, no, it should be this way. And then he just went to the next one. All the words are like jumbled up. It was crazy. I've been speaking English frequently enough for the past 14 years that I'm good at it. As Swedish at this point. That's pretty amazing. One person that I saw get really good at English over time is PewDiePie. Like, that was someone who, barely could get words out in English. And then nowadays it's like he's just nailing it. It's kind of crazy. And he did it on such a large stage. Like, I give a lot of credit if you're learning a different language on a massive platform. Like, you're not doing it in private. You're not just, Duolingo, Rosetta Stone, whatever. In private, and every once in a while you break out a little language. No, doing it like on a massive platform with crazy amounts of views is insane and very amazing. Praise be international online friend groups and what they have done for language fluency. Yeah. Grammar is so different, and the pronunciation as well, mostly. Reading is very easy once you learn the Korean alphabet. He used to sound like my uncle. I could even hear from his accent in English, which is part of Sweden he's from. It's wild. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Watching some of the earlier PewDiePie stuff, I'm like, wow, how far he has come on the English language is crazy to me. Like, he used to talk somewhat like apprehensively in it, and now he's just is what it is. Kind of crazy. All right, let's move on to the final video of the day. It is Dill's Dream House. Dan and Phil play The Sims 4 number 2. Cannot wait. We've been introduced to Dill, and now we get to see where he lives. Where does he live? What is this house going to look like? This is the biggest question I've had since I knew I was going to react to this video, is what are these two going to do for a house? Oh my gosh. Get ready for the architecture. You're in for a treat. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Hello!
Hi!
We are back to play more Sims.
Continuing the life of Dill Halter.
Yeah, in the last episode, we genetically spliced ourselves together to create Dill. So if you haven't watched that yet, you should click this button here. Shall I put it here?
That seems like a great place to put it.
Go, go, go.
So what is next in his journey through life?
We are his gods.
Moving Howlter. So where are our housing choices in this Simsy neighborhood?
We can live in Willow Creek.
Willow Creek.
Or Oasis Springs.
So here we have the amenities. We've got a park there. That looks like where they cook the meth.
Yep.
You know that's where they cook the meth.
Breaking Sims.
And here, wow, look at that one.
That is a haunted
house. A completely black castle. I want to live there.
Filled with ghosts.
That's my house.
We can live anywhere that doesn't have this
Dan,
symbol, because that's where somebody is already living. Maybe.
So we can live in that hench house with the walls?
That's going to be too expensive.
Oh.
You cannot afford that, Dan. You have no money.
Dill needs his sugar daddy, and he needs one quick. I'm joking. This is so depressing. What can we afford in Oasis Spring? What's that empty plot there?
That means you can build your own house, which is a load of effort. Do you actually want to do that?
I'd rather live in that than live in a free meth coke for fucking house.
Shall we do that?
Let's build a house.
I think everyone there is going to be like, oh, look at our genetically modified pugs. Let's all go out for kale. And we won't really fit in.
We won't fit in there.
No. What even is kale?
I don't know, Phil. Witchcraft.
No. Could this be your perfect home?
Witchcraft.
Yes.
Patch of grass.
That's just it.
Looks like a beautiful piece of
his clothes on the floor.
Okay.
We'll save so much on rent.
We've got...
Dang, Dill's got 17,000. What is the currency in Sims? Simoleons or something? That's decent
got
amount.
17,000 simoleons to spend on this house.
Advanced. Okay.
Look at his bunny slippers. I forgot about those.
Oh my god, this is the first time we've seen him in 3D.
Hey, Dill.
He's wearing a pink ring. Why does he have that?
What is that ring? Was that an accidental inclusion from the randomize that we missed?
To be fair, that wouldn't surprise me. We've made a lot of mistakes. We don't accessorize.
We don't.
He doesn't represent us.
Naked wrists. Dill, 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 dill. Okay.
If we lose our one sim, we don't deserve to be responsible for virtual life, okay?
One of my Sims did die in the oven incident of 2012.
What was the oven incident, Phil?
We don't speak of that.
Okay, there's reference behind Dan. Dan versus Phil, and I see the Mortal Kombat sign. So they're playing games against each other. Is that true? Interesting.
So they do pre-built rooms. Should we go with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're going to have the cheapest of everything, because we don't have that much money.
Oh, well, maybe. Okay, let's start with what we want to put in first. That's so sad. It's like a dystopian hell.
Dan vs. Phil is another iconic series.
Oh, that's nicer.
Nice.
That's nicer than our actual lounge, and that is the second most basic sim lounge.
Let's have that. Which colour should we have? Black? Ugh.
Ooh.
Beige?
I like the black one.
That's so Dan.
I like it.
We're not
That's
having
so
a black
Dan.
lounge.
Fine, is that the white one?
Well, yeah.
A bit further away?
Dill's going to have a little
Yeah,
influence
I
of
reckon
both.
there.
Blam.
I'm feeling that. Let's lower those walls. Oh, yeah.
So as Dill Halter is the combination of us, kitchens are my favourite part of the house.
$4,000?
What?
Good
Is it made
grief.
out of pheasant eyes?
Foodie fantasy. you want the basic one or the medium one?
Oh, the basic one looks so sad.
That looks so sad.
He is a mixologist.
He is going to be a mixologist. Oh my god,
Yeah, that's
I'm
Dill.
not going to be able to afford this. We're going to run out of money. Okay, so what colour do we want?
Wow.
That one. Green fridge.
That is a swag house. Oh no,
I've just bought a fridge. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god, I have no idea how to control this game.
They customize stickers to win for each game. Nice.
There we go.
Hey.
What do we need next?
Looks good. Looks good.
Bathroom. Kind of necessary.
Can we just see what the most expensive one looks like, just out of curiosity?
Vainglory.
Oh my gosh.
That's like the Shining bathroom. That's like sacrificing virgins when you're Dracula bathroom.
It is. What is that little monument there in the corner?
Princess Cordelia royal bust. Before the Great Sloth invasion, Princess Cordelia was said to have some brilliant... Is this like the lore of the Sims universe?
There was the sloth invasion, then came the Sims. The diamond thing on top of the Sims' heads came out of the butt of a sloth.
Definitely appreciate.
And it's not the origin story of the
standard,
Simsville. Bare
not using the
necessities.
money
There's no
code.
shower. Oh, I need a shower.
Mother
in the morning.
load.
That's
3,000?
We've
We're
only got
running out of
9.
money!
Okay, colours. We might be able to make it nice. There. That's not too bad.
Or brown.
No.
Oh, brown is the colour of sadness.
Put it close to the bedroom so he's not tempted to wee in the sink in the night.
Do they do that?
Someone at university did that. I never weed in my sink, but I'm just saying it was a thing.
Someone at university.
Someone at university did. I'm not naming
Phil.
any names. They might be watching.
Do the Sims pee in the sink?
No.
Oh,
Phil.
I thought you told me that we actually
What's up, Joanna?
needed to do
Welcome
that 'cause
in.
he might pee. I was like, Dill, come on, who trained you?
No. I'd love a hallway, but I don't think we can afford one.
Oh, come on. Yes, we can.
All right.
Can we? Let's put the bedroom in first, though.
Okay.
House planning. Right. The snooze cruise control.
Oh,
that's
Lord.
sad. Okay.
That's
The
nicer.
Simple sleeper. That's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh my god, they're second to bare minimums. They're so fancy in this game.
We're running out of money though, Dan.
What's the most expensive right there?
Wow.
Oh wow.
I would make so many babies
Fancy.
in that.
Dude. Okay, it's got to
Town.
be. We can have green,
Yeah.
but
I just like green.
never make that sound again. And here's the bedroom. Then we insert our crappy bathroom.
Escalier and salle de jeu.
Escalier and salle de jeu. Bam!
Door, clash. What? Something
Oh god,
is
what have I
happening?
done? I don't know how to go this game. I don't know how to control this game. I'm overwhelmed.
You
I'm moving
glitched.
the bath. I'm
You
moving the bath. I'm moving the bath.
Please
Oh
don't
god,
make babies in
escape.
There.
Okay.
Study.
Study.
Kids' room.
Why would Dill need a kid's room?
If he has a baby. Or if he kidnaps a baby.
Them using the pre-made rooms pains me, even though I never build on The Sims. Honestly, I've done both. I've done the prefab house where you just pick the house and just set it and it's done. I've also done the build it, take the time to like build the walls, build the doors, oh gosh. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do that, and then sometimes I'm like, I'm just wasting time at this point.
Who knows what Dill will
It never
get up
comes
to?
out
A
well.
prepackaged
I try so
garden.
hard,
Where's the
and the house
creativity?
just looks like a
labyrinth.
mess.
A
Lost
labyrinth of the
gnome.
lost gnome. That's where we can hide our hostages. What's the most expensive thing you can get?
The Heart of Darkness.
Is that like a 50 Shades of Grey thing? Let's not click on the big version of that.
Alright.
There.
One wall. Should we do
So
it like
there.
this? And then across. Like
Yeah.
so it's neat.
Yeah. Do you know what I think would be a great addition at this point?
What?
Front door.
Yeah,
Oh.
that might help.
Yeah.
Door.com. Buy your doors from here.
I reckon just this.
Simple single panel door.
Who looks at a door and thinks,
I think I prefer the first one.
That's
Yeah.
a toilet
The
door.
bathroom
Is it?
door.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, let's not get that. Let's go with the other one.
Welcome to my house. It's a giant toilet. Okay, do you want it there or there?
That's so unsatisfying. We should have made a 3-space hallway.
Look at you and your feng shui. It's ruined. Ruined.
Oh, this is so annoying to me. How much money have we got left to frickin' blow on stuff?
4,000 simoleons.
Crap, let's go mental.
Have we got any windows? What's it look like? That's what it looks like on the outside.
Okay.
Blue house.
That's hideous. I hate that shade. Oh, it's too late.
We
You've
bought
done it.
it.
You've done it.
Country field stone. That'd
Country.
be nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's better.
Boop, 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 boop. Bam, bam. Let's get some windows. So it's less like a prison. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get portholes.
That's horrible.
Oh my god.
Light.
It's
Oh my
horrible.
god, it's horrible.
I ever build my
There
own
we
pool and
go.
gardens.
That's
Don't trust
sexy.
myself with the
I'd build
structure and
myself on that
integrity.
window.
It's
And then
so
I'll just want
difficult.
you-
Building the house is so hard to do. And to make it look good, too. That's the problem.
To the window police.
My house just look terrible.
Where do we want the
stop.
window?
There. And then equidistant.
There.
Slightly
It doesn't fit. We've made a house that's not...
It's our personality.
This is ruining my life. There's no perfect middle. Okay.
There.
Oh, yeah.
Now people are going to perv on him from outside.
Oh, yeah. There's no freaking middle.
Just people are bored of Windows. Everyone's unsubscribed.
I'm not bored of Windows.
People
I
are
could
bored of
Windows all day. And then we need a hallway window.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this, Phil?
Yeah.
And I think you're ready for this porthole.
That looks awful.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, let's do
My
that.
gosh.
How much is it?
Ooh, that's a pricey one. Do it. Do it. Oh,
The most expensive in a house
is a porthole.
Is a porthole. Okay, great. Carpet. 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 Carpet.
Why is there only 2 kinds of carpet? Let's have a carpety lounge. White.
White.
Don't spill
Using a
blood
whole
on
budget
there.
on the porthole, right?
And then some. What was that?
Sorry, I'm just really enthusiastic about carpet.
Let's raise.
I like how they've been
the
pretty good at
wall.
saving the money, and then all of a
have
sudden
a
it's
roof.
like,
Let's
hey,
get
let's
a
make a
roof
purchase.
on the house.
Let's have a
gabled
roof.
Oh, this is a hard part.
What are we doing? We have no idea what we're doing.
This is
Oh
such a
God!
hard
We
part.
would make terrible, terrible architects, and possibly even worse interior designers. This is. Oh my God!
Oh, he's managed to make a 3rd floor?
This
right.
is awful.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think
What are you doing? Oh my
Undo,
God!
undo.
Where's the auto roof? Help us, EA. Help us. Now we drag this over there. Then that goes to there.
Oh, it's like a
A
barn.
barn! We made a barn roof. That's ugly. Don't know what I'm doing. Help! And now I realise that we didn't plan this well in terms of the roof.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I don't think there is an auto roof, Phil. We decided that we were going to do this ourselves. And you know who's paying the price? Our roof is paying the price. Let's have a half gable here.
Okay. This is awful.
There we go. And then we drag this over here.
Oh.
No.
Why is it so tall?
No.
It's a skate ramp.
Now it's a skate ramp.
Please.
It's a quarter pipe.
Right,
Do some
well,
kick flips
fine,
off the roof
that's our
later.
roof.
It's an owl slide. It's a good feature. Hey,
It's
look,
an owl
architecture is
slide.
art, and people obviously don't. We're totally ruining the feng shui of the neighborhood. I mean, look at that.
They're gonna evict us. Baby little roof in the corner.
It's such a
Gable.
super
It's like a
traditional.
wizard hat.
It's a wizard
neighborhood,
hat.
Hey, that's
too.
our
That's so
pointy-hatted
funny.
bathroom.
Just that's fine.
Bam! There we go.
Sexy now.
It's just the
Ooh.
house of mistakes, Phil.
Dill Halter needs a TV.
Look, we all make
Television.
mistakes.
Penguin set.
Ah!
Blue, orange.
Can we get a pink thing?
Penguin set.
We have a penguin television.
That's so cool.
Oh, now that's
Exists in
cool.
real
Okay,
life.
so we're gonna be sat there doing our gaming, and oh my
no.
God, I'm moving the table.
Matt,
Help!
you
Help!
need to
Help!
stop
Help!
this.
Sculptures, bunny rabbit.
A porcelain pig. Yeah.
Just okay. We bought a porcelain pig apparently.
Kaboom box.
A kaboom box. Music's important.
A crate.
Golden
A crate.
pig.
We can claim that Crash Bandicoot's in it. There we go. Nice.
Can
Okay.
he eat at the breakfast bar if we put a chair there?
Let's
Owl
buy a
slide ends up
stool.
becoming even
Let's
more
buy
massive
a
over
stool.
time.
But first we need to go to the kitchen. Go to the kitchen, then it will be an option. This is the kitchen song.
I'm here for the
Should we get to
Dan
those?
So you're
remixes.
suggesting that Dill is going to have a friend at
Freestyles.
some point?
Let's plan in case he had a guest at some point. Should we get a house plan?
Yes.
I feel like we need another one that's not that sad one. A fern.
We'll put it next to our pig. It can sniff the fern, watch us watch TV.
Okay, a red fern next to the pig.
Oh my gosh,
Sexual.
no.
Right.
Miscellaneous decorations.
A stack of crates to
Now
match
we're
our crate.
talking. Where are we going
Can't
to
ever
put a
claim
it's
they
big.
don't
There's
commit to
no
the
place
bit.
for a stack
Indeed.
of crates, Phil.
I'm sorry.
No. Fruit bowl.
Some knives.
There we go.
There, now you can kill the serial killer.
Now now we know where our stabbing defense. Does that happen in this game?
Maybe.
Does he reach for the knives to defend himself?
I don't think.
I don't want
reached
Dill
for
to
the
get killed.
knives. I don't think it'll go that far, but there may be robbers that will visit. Anyone in America? I love the Appliance Direct advert. Appliance Direct.
Oh my gosh. Appliance Direct shout out. Was not expecting that. Oh, that is so niche. That is so niche.
That sounded like a product placement.
I have no idea what's. Hey, people of America, I really love Appliance Direct.
It's an advert that's like half an hour long.
Where's my check?
Yep.
Let's get a pink microwave.
Okay.
And he has a
Smoke
shirt that says,
alarm.
"I
Is this
love
the kind
appliances."
Of thing that would prevent your
It's
son
so
from
funny.
dying
Yeah.
horribly.
We don't want to repeat the oven instant.
I'm pretty happy with the kitchen. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at the colours. It's like a pastel dream. We go to the bedroom. House plant.
No.
A smattering of lily pads.
That's
on the bed.
Awful.
Can't do that. A mirror. Dill needs to check himself out. Black mirror, so he can see the reflections of his soul.
You are so Dill.
Boop, boop, bah.
Do you believe there's another world at the other side of a mirror where everyone is opposite?
No.
Watch out.
Watch out.
That was such an awful film.
Honestly, this is a pretty solid
I
house.
love that movie.
That was so bad.
But-
Bedside crate.
From this angle, not with the roof involved.
A bedside crate.
Shift the bed.
Is the crate this important?
Yes.
We've just shoved everything against the wall just so we can have a crate.
I want a freaking crate.
Okay, Phil. Ooh, someone's tweeting me. Anthony from Smosh. Give me a moment.
What did he say?
He's talking about Age of Mythology.
Want to get rid of Ian and Phil? Start
Yeah.
a new duo.
That a
that's
$310 clock. What planet are you on?
Abandoned decorating.
Clock. Let's get something else.
Let's get a table
All right,
lamp.
they only have 1,700 left.
That's weird.
That's so cool.
Does that mean he's aware of his existence as a sim with that thing above his head?
Maybe we are aware of the sim crystals above our heads.
I
in
can
this
see yours.
universe.
Can you see mine?
That sounded sexual. Let's add a study.
We can't afford
YOLO
a study.
Swaggins, let's add a study. We have $1,000. Let's go mental.
Oh, we can just afford that, but then we will not be able to afford food.
Food. Oh, look at that. It's
Who needs food?
perfect.
Okay.
470
That
left.
is the window
we're
into
getting
the study.
dangerously
Phil, that's
close.
a bit depressing.
Oh well. It'll make him go outside more.
Okay, now let's get a PC.
We
Where do
can't
you
afford
get
a
the
PC.
computer?
How are you going to afford
Computer.
one?
The cheapest computer is $800.
He's gonna have to get a job.
What is up with this economy?
It's
Phil,
fine, the
Phil,
study's there.
We have to sell the house.
No.
we can't deal. He can't
You
not
gotta
have
sell
a
the
computer.
portable.
We don't have a garden yet.
We don't have a garden in real life.
Can we sell the pig? I don't want to sell the pig. Well, I think the computer can be something we can earn with our money. We'll see what a human is like without a computer in the real world. Don't hyperventilate. Let's make a path that goes to the house.
How do we get path?
I've always wanted a mailbox.
Path.
Triceratops. Now you've got the Triceratops pendle. Stop being
Triceratops
distracted.
I'm
path.
sorry. Hey Dill, how you doing in your bunny slippers?
It looks pretty cold on
Oh
board.
yeah. Oh my god, that is beautiful right there. That is a utopian heaven.
I was born to be an interior designer, but...
Phil, this is outside.
Oh, an outerior designer.
Yeah, that's what
Phil
it's
said in
called.
their last Sims
Exterior.
video that
Your
Dan
mum-
hates clocks.
Right.
Do we not have
Will
an actual
physically
garden?
take
Palm
the
tree.
battery out.
We
Oh
have
my
a
gosh.
giant palm tree. This look, Phil, we're not in Oasis Springs. We're in the other place, and you've just got a freaking palm tree.
Let's get a bush.
I want a blue bush. I want to be a bit more ambitious with this garden.
The
We've
hallway's
got
just plaster and
$157.
darkness.
Let's buy some rocks.
A hipster rock duo.
Who pays $60 for rocks? Columns.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Stop. Well, that's our garden.
Yeah.
A palm tree, an elm.
I do like how they put
and
nothing
a
in the
graveyard
hallway.
cypress
It's
tree.
just a
We're
hallway.
showing a lot of tree inclusion, welcoming all the trees.
We've got great tree diversity in our freak house.
Let's have a look at our finished house.
Beautiful.
You
know?
Dill's house. Dill's house.
It's your birthday.
Could make a
Just
list
one.
of like the
So it
most
is technically
interesting
the house's
houses ever.
birthday.
Actually,
Nice save from
Thanks.
attempting to be really lame there, Phil.
Our
Get it?
neighbours are going to hate us so much.
I'm kind of like Dill Halter and the hot dog suit. It's kind of wrong, kind of bad, kind of didn't know what we were doing, but I'm happy with what we've ended up.
It looks like a mistake.
It's so bad.
The neighbours are going to hate us.
It's
honestly,
so
the interior is
bad.
pretty
We've created
good.
our sim and we've created his
The
house.
exterior
What's next?
We're going to
is-
find out if he likes the house, because that's a big
A
deal.
little
He might
bit.
cry when he walks in the door.
Does he start judging us?
Yeah.
I'm not ready for rejection. Hey, and we have got $7 whole for keeping him alive.
That's enough for a hot dog, maybe?
Let's see how that goes.
Thanks for watching. Thumbs up
Oh my
to
God.
feed Dill Halter. Every thumb up gives him food.
This isn't a social
Oh.
charity campaign, Phil.
Sorry.
And if you want to see the next updates in Dill Halter's life, then make sure you click there to subscribe to our channel if you have not already.
I just licked it. It was salty. Like a crisp that's been on the floor. But it was still nice. Like subscribing.
Gosh.
It's like an unusual crisp.
Saved it again.
Thanks.
Let's go. This has been a train wreck.
Hello!
A train wreck indeed. All right, let's like the video to give Dill a morsel of food, shall we? Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love. Also, obviously, check out Dan and Phil's channel. Many more great videos there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got introduced to Dill. Pretty interesting character. And now we've seen the house with the owl slide, which is amazing. Love the dark pit of a hallway. Pretty cool. Love the penguin TV. Great choice. Not having a computer, that might actually be pretty tragic. Pretty tragic in that game. But hopefully they are able to find a job without the computer. Because I think you need... Do you need the computer to find a job in that game? I can't remember. But, yeah, they spent their money kind of wisely, other than the porthole. And maybe the roof. The roof seemed like an unnecessary expense. The height. Actually, I don't know if it's legal. They might have to get that roof cleared, actually. I just don't know how to sum up Dill's lore. He has his own multiverse at this point. They also shoved the bed right over to the closet so he can't access it. True. That's very funny. Phil's older brother dressed up as Dill in the first World Tour show. Cool. Very nice. That's so cool. Has anyone came to you asking if they could react to their video game trailer? No, I don't think so. I do take requests off of toddreacts.com. If you would like to sign up, certainly. Provide the video. Might not be up to code. I don't think it is, actually. I really don't. The height of that roof was crazy, and I love it. I absolutely love it. But I think the budget kind of disappeared with that.
Shane and Ilya, in the sense that the issues are more complex. Wow, this was the timeline of Dan and Phil.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Relating to heated rivalry.
Apartment.
Oh my god, the year was 2010. You lived in apartment number 1410.
I did.
We stepped in to answer a difficult question for him.
Oh.
That's like when we were on a panel at VidCon.
Yes.
And there were so many people speaking that you couldn't say your thing.
And you said, can Phil express an opinion? We are one of the rare people that probably relate the most to this show.
I think there's very few people that can go, yes, the secret, high profile, everyone's gonna talk about it. Boy, secrets are exciting.
That is the funniest part about this, is the fact that they relate to it so much. Todd, do you see what we mean that this Dan is so different than the Dan you just watched? It's like night and day. Very true. I do see it. I don't know. He's like tough to describe, put into words, but he seems a little more chill than he was back then. A little less doom and gloom, potentially. He still does it for, I think, comedic sake. But I think he's brighter is the best way to describe it. He's brighter with his words, his overall demeanor. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. Even the way he talks is different. He carries himself differently, indeed. He's definitely brighter, and I love to see it. Yeah. I love this Dan and Phil, like they're so happy. Yeah, exactly. It's so... Oh, it's like this rock has been lifted, right? And they're able to finally just be themselves in like the most open and honest way. And it's just beautiful. It really is.
That's why we chose to lie about our relationship for 16 years.
Yeah.
Just kidding, it wasn't exciting.
It was not.
It was traumatic.
It was stressful.
That was us at VidCon.
Yeah.
Like, Hank Green is next door. We can't do that to him. It's, like, we related more to the story of this episode in terms of the, I wish that we could come out and live our lives.
Like normal life versus
But I think
life.
we are more like Shane and Ilya in the sense that the issues are more complex because we are both in the complex situation with the same job, which is like a big thing in the life.
Yeah,
Did anyone recognize you? At the airport or anything?
No, not the
Classic Dan and Phil chat. Was anyone in the bushes? Did anyone have an iPhone 15 with a Pro lens? Is anyone zooming? Did anyone between the ages of 10 and 39 look at you for more than 1 second? I feel like we have lived every story beat of this show.
How does that make you feel about us?
We had each other and we did a lot of fun stuff together, so I don't think we felt like, oh, our day-to-day life is super horrible all the time.
No.
I mean, they've gone through the Dan and Phil 2009 to 2019 period.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, season 2 is going to be the 5-year journey between that and launching a male podcast.
Yes. Look, drama. 2008.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
Yeah, they do relate to it quite a lot.
That's an index finger. Phil, that's your little finger.
Well, who named
You think
these?
that-
Who proposed to me? What gem would you get?
Keep it away.
What
Middle
finger is it?
Are you... Never mind. Are you...
I don't know.
Show me a ring finger. Show
Fingers.
me your index finger.
What's that? I don't know. I don't know what they're
For
called.
the Spotify listeners,
I
Phil is
don't-
actually looking through all of his fingers and he doesn't know where the ring goes.
I think it's that.
That's an index finger. Phil, that's your little finger.
Well, who named
You think
these?
that-
Who names the fingers? What the is an index? If you were to propose...
I feel like I'm going insane. They really have run
Thanks
out
for
of
joining
chats.
us. If you were
That's
to
so
propose to
funny.
me... Flavor.
No!
You're making it worse for yourself, lad.
Fuck. Oh.
They kissed.
Oh.
Live, you can't edit it.
I can. Watch this star wipe.
What? You can't just wipe.
I can star wipe you. Star wipe.
You can't,
Star wipe.
You can't transition.
Star wipe.
So then Nurse Susan comes in and she's like, oh, hey, how you going? We're going to move you. Hey, where's all your stuff gone? Did your son take it? Did your son take it? What? First of all, fuck you.
Why did you buy that?
Someone got let loose in Target, didn't he?
This is all a ruse just so I could get the squashes out. Strawberry and cream. Strawberry, eat the cream. There you go.
That was weird.
Eat
All
it.
right. Enjoy that.
Can we do a little more long episode, maybe?
Daddy wants a bit more simmy.
But this is the orange. Does this mean this is
Yes. Yes, he does. More Sims.
glass flavor?
That was such a funny video. Oh my gosh.
Do you think, I just think it's an interesting one, do you think that the way that you wrote this book would have been different if you had...
I don't think
written
I'd have
it?
written the book if I was in the closet, because I think it's only because I went on this. You can see the pipeline, like the pipeline of like Dan and Phil to lesbian trans mask. It's the same thing. It's like the pipeline of like YouTube depressed gay book. It makes sense in that I came onto YouTube very innocently, wanting to make stupid videos about awkward, socially relatable things that I did, just, you know, sharing embarrassing stories from my life. And every single time I did that, it cracked the door open a little wider to be like, the more embarrassing it is, the funnier it is, the honester it is. Honester? Author. Hello. Don't tell me. The more that people will appreciate what you're saying, because I think authenticity is what people are drawn to, and that was ultimately the lesson there. And it's only because I had this audience that say, oh, we like you, thank you for talking about this. Someone will be like, Dan, you talked about selling an axe to a child and how you got fired. And I got fired for being an idiot. And I just want to say thank you. And that made me go, can I do the same thing but with depression? And it sounds glib, and yet it's entirely what happened. And it's only because of that that I felt like, do I have the nerve to finally confront my sexuality? And now, and I think it really just says that ultimately it's healing for yourself to be authentic, but I think the people around you will also benefit it from it. And it's understandable that so many of us need to take the time that we need in our individual circumstances because of, you know, the environment that we live in, the circumstances, to go on your growth journey to create the authentic life that you want for yourself, whether it's your dream job or the friends or where you live or how you identify. But as long as in the back of your mind you're going, I'm still going to head towards that direction, I think you'll be fine.
And you wrote this after...
That was so well put. Good grief. Dan is a smarty. He's a smarty pants. That was incredible monologue. Kind of weird that YouTube, you know, through these weird, wacky videos of him just kind of opening up his life and kind of presenting it to everybody, that he was able to not only find himself, discover himself, obviously find Phil as well, but really able to transform who he was. Like, that's really impressive. It takes a lot of intellect, takes a lot of self-reflection, takes a lot of awareness. Like, it's pretty impressive. I do love they dove into talking about mental health, such a powerful thing. Indeed. Indeed it is. He pretends to just be silly, but he's genuinely one of the most intelligent creators I've ever come across. Yeah. I mean, that monologue alone is like incredible. Really incredible. He's come such a long way. This book was about Dan's mental health book. You will get through this night. Beautiful, beautiful speech. Golly. Beautiful way to end it. Oh my gosh. He is super articulate. Indeed he is. He is in a certain way. I assume if you are funny, you have to at least know a little bit about everything. So it behooves you to be a little well read and be able to orate well. So it kind of makes sense, right? I started watching him in 2014. It's been such a ride. Yeah, that's putting it mildly, right? It's pretty amazing. They definitely seem, I said it for Dan, but I think it applies for Phil as well. They seem brighter. They seem more relaxed. They seem more at ease. Like there's less tension. There's less trying not to say the wrong thing. It's nowhere near the same, but I would kind of relate this to like going to like a grandparent's house and you're trying to be on your best behavior. So you don't curse, don't do anything like crazy. You try to be a shell of yourself, right? You try to enclose yourself in this thing. Very different scenario, but I'm trying to like relate the feeling of, watching what you say. Don't say anything too crazy. Don't confirm anything. You're really trying to like harbor your speech. And it's just crazy. Crazy. It's great that they're able to just kind of be themselves, I love seeing Dan thriving. He really overcame the whole I'm depressed and that's all I'll ever be persona. Yeah. You can kind of see it in some of those older videos. It's noticeable. I think humor is an underappreciated aspect of intelligence. Indeed. Very true. Very true. It's another perspective, but just from the little bit Dan and Phil have let us see of the relationship, I understand why it was so important for them to protect it. They have something so rare and special. Indeed. I mean, that is the fact that they were so connected immediately. Like, usually you don't find that. Some people find it and it's amazing, but that is like two souls combining, like immediately. It's kind of crazy. I also love how because Dan is more comfortable and open, Phil is also more relaxed. Oh my gosh. Phil has had an awakening. Like his language, his stories, everything. It's just been one big, reintroduction of Phil. Like it's pretty impressive. Phil going back into the closet publicly to wait until Dan was comfortable coming out is a level of support I'll probably think about when I'm old and wrinkly. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Truly. Phil is a very kind and gentle soul, certainly. I get what you mean and absolutely agree. As a queer person, it can be like that, but everyone is your grandparent. Yeah, exactly. I was trying to figure out a way to relate it to everybody. Like, you're going to a super strict grandparents' house, and it's just like, your parents are like, be on your best behavior, and you're like, okay. And then you let something slip, and your parents are like, ah. I feel like that was like Dan and Phil with each other. Like, hey, don't say that. TikTok has shadow banned them because of the amazing Phil back. The Fass. The great and powerful Fass. He really is amazing Phil. Indeed. The name checks out. The name works. Phil's coming out video was 2 weeks after Dan's, so he clearly waited until Dan came out, but also gave Dan his own time in the limelight. Yeah, absolutely. Phil is Phil is a wonderful partner. I'm just assuming based on everything that we've consumed here. Wonderful partner, very supportive, everything like that. I mean, I think Dan struck gold. And obviously Phil struck gold as well, but man, Phil was the right person at the right time for that situation. Just unreal support. Kind of crazy. Man, really impressive. He's the best. He gave Dan all love. Yeah. Yeah, Dan was going through a lot. And the fact that Phil was there and supported him and whatnot, it's really impressive. It's beautiful. Beautiful story. Just like that, I appreciate you being here. If you were here live, shout out to you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being in the chat if you were in the chat. If you're watching later on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it greatly. It's a free and easy way to support the channel. Hope everybody has a wonderful week ahead. ToddReacts.com is how you become a member and request videos. Certainly do so. You literally can guide the stream. You can control it, take it anywhere you want to go, within reason. There's only like one guardrail, but the rest is pretty much open for business. So you can control and guide the stream. Certainly check out those member request tiers. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night, morning, whatever time it is when you're watching this. Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate it greatly. Shout out to the mods. They do so much good work. And I will see you all on Friday. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Have some fun. Bye-bye, everybody.